Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the VRA GTCC Round 6 from the wonderful, sunny Sebring in Florida. We have a reasonable temperature track tonight for your entertainment. You'll be seeing lots and lots of these GT3 cars go firing around this fantastic, very flat but very exciting track. In the booth with me tonight, I have Mr. Bill Switzer. Good evening, Bill.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, everybody.
I also have Mr. Marco Namela. Good evening.
Good evening.
And on the cameras and providing us with all the technical support and direction is Sam Boozin. Good evening.
And good evening, everyone.
Cool. So we have, as I said, round 6 here. Lots of excitement in hand for you tonight. We're a few minutes late starting, and these guys are already in their 30-minute qualifying session. We should be seeing times of around about 2 minutes. Well, we're seeing times of better than 2 minutes. Any ideas on strategy tonight, Marco?
Yeah, it should be pretty clear to stop, but there is a chance with the safety car to go one stop. But I think it's a 2-stop.
Okay, 2 stops we'll go for and see if anybody breaks the mold. There's a few new drivers, and there's certainly some new liveries, one of which is on your screen at the minute, which is Dan Giudici. He's in one of the RAF BSTV liveries, as is Clyde Whiting. So Clyde's not commentating tonight. He's on the other side of the cameras. He's not doing any qualifying laps, which is why he's not being shown on screen at the moment. But he also has the RAF livery on there for Remembrance Day. And Ryan Hercock is on the rear fin there. His name's on there. I think he's on the side doors as well. He's definitely on the side doors on the Ferrari. And they've got the invasion stripes on the sides of the car there. Do you know about the invasion stripes for the RAF and the USAF, Bill?
Not exactly. I mean, I know that several operations and airplanes, even in the USAAF at the time, had certain markings, and I'm not sure which ones are the invasion stripes. I think they were white stripes, if I remember right. A couple of them, I believe. So, but I'm guessing.
It's 3 white stripes and 2 black ones, and it was so that Allied planes didn't shoot each other or get shot by ships.
Yeah, exactly.
And ground troops when they were doing D-Day landings in the Second World War. Gary says we need to go easy on Clyde because he wouldn't say anything nasty to us. Oh, really? I don't think we agree with that, do we, Bill?
I wonder how much he paid Gary for that. Wow.
Yeah, totally. So, Sebring, Bill, a track you like? It's not far from where you are, is it?
It's about a couple hours away from where I live. It's what's not to like. It's a terrific track. It's got all kinds of crazy stuff. It's got straightaways. It's got curves. It's got combinations. It's got heat. It's got everything here except for elevation change. But I mean, almost every car does well on here. I mean, it's just a perfect track for a lot of those, and that's a pretty rarity considering that it's an old airport from World War II. Speaking of World War II, it was a bomber training base during the war, and but a lot of Sebring is not part of that. The only part I believe that is the back straightaway that goes into Sunset Curve. I believe that's all the old airport type area. But anyway, it's an absolutely terrific place. It's going to be a barn burner of a race. We got a good selection of cars, a good quantity of cars, and we got a pretty good group of guys. So I think this is going to be a great race. Looking forward to it.
41 cars currently on track. It might be more now, actually, because a couple have joined since I last counted it up. So 33, 35, 37, 39, 41, 42 cars now. Had to manually count it because that's the way I roll. Yeah, it's an ex-USAF base, Second World War. Lots of flying fortresses used to fly out of here. Whilst I didn't pick up too many things from my father, knowledge of World War aircraft was one of the things that I did. So oddly, I know more than I should about things like that. So anyway, back to the racing. Marco, race a lot round Sebring?
Not enough. I like the track, but there's rarely races where I on the cars where I race. So Yeah, I like the track. It has like all the tricky technical sectors, and then it has some straights. I'm bouncy as hell, so yeah, it's a fun track.
Yeah, turn 1 and the final turn in particular, I find that there's 1,000 lines in and out of both of those turns, and I choose a different one on every lap, which I think is about standard for everybody. I know there's... Sorry, go on.
Sorry, the two corners you mentioned, in my opinion, are the two toughest, and they're the ones that you have to get right to be really good on this course. And they're very difficult. Turn 1 is the kind of corner you're just coming off a straightaway at a pretty good clip, and it's like 20 cars wide entering, and it's about 2 cars exiting, which makes it really difficult. More people go off the side of the road on the right-hand side due to the fact that, it narrows down so much. And if you look at the photos or pictures tonight of that area, you'll see that there's no grass there. It's all dirt. And that's the reason, because everybody goes off there. And, of course, Sunset Corner is, like Marco mentioned, very extremely bumpy. And in real life, I think it's worse than it is in the simulator here. But it's a very tricky corner. It's a corner you got to get right. It's an easy corner to screw up as well. So these are 2 real critical ones. But, of course, the rest of the course is important too. But these are 2 really important ones.
Yeah, and I find the hairpin's another one where you end up losing an enormous amount of time if you get that wrong. If you break even slightly later than where you're actually geared to do, depending on your setup, you can lose a massive amount of time going in and out of that turn. We'll study that when we get onto the stashes lap in a few minutes.
Yeah,
sorry, go on.
There is also the difference on, like in any other track, there is a lot of concrete on the track, so it's a different kind of grip levels. So yeah, it's
very, very slippy track, isn't it, Marco?
Yeah, I like that. So I like all the stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and viewers shouldn't get, if you're not used to watching Sebring, don't get too concerned when cars go wildly off track. At that last turn that we've just come through, which is called Le Mans. That is part of the racing circuit, even if the white lines are exceeded. I'm sure Clyde would have something to say if he could see that. We should really go through the standings now. So, do you have the standings to hand, Sam?
It's up here on screen.
Oh, right, okay. I'm going to wait for it to show on my YouTube video, because I haven't got it to hand myself. So, leading the AM Championship is Kevin De Winter. Now, you'll notice his absence in the race, but his presence on the chat. And that's because of a personal technical issue that he can tell you about in the chat. Ben Cullen is currently second, and he'll be able to make hay while the Kevin De Winter sun doesn't shine. He's only, 13 points behind on bad maths, with Adam Wright not far behind as well. Both of those are still in this. Jeremiah McClintock, Jezza, in 4th at the moment, and Jacob Brabun in 5th. There's a bit of a bigger jump back to those. It's at the minute a 3-car fight, but with Kevin De Winter not showing tonight, then it really throws the cat amongst the pigeons there. I'll get through the top 10 and then see if the guys have got anything to say. Frank T-Bosch is 6th with Roger Morton in 7th, Stefan Goebel in 8th, and Andy Maxwell in 9th, with rounding out the top 10 is Anthony Jacobson. So, guys, with Clyde Whiten in there, all of those guys should be feeling under threat, right?
Well, if I were them, I'd stay the hell away from Clyde, that's for sure.
He's I don't think he's going to threaten Kevin De Winter unless he had about 60 different races to contribute to. This being round 6, he's not going to do too much, I don't think. So is he even out? He's still not out on track. We might get him in, we might not. So moving on to the pro standings, Chris Shaw leads this one with 1,243 points. It's all just vanished from in front of my eyes. Abdul Al-Amri is in 2nd with 1,218. So all is to fight for there, because Ty Simons, who's got currently the fastest lap in qualifying at the moment, is in 3rd with 1,200 points. So not much in that, with Martin Verschluven, Sammy Bytup, and Jamie Wilson bringing up 4, 5, and 6. And Marco Loert, Benjamin Tusting, and Craig Cameron, 7, 8, and 9, and Roy Vaverka in 10th. Any surprises there, Marco?
No, I think everyone has earned their spot, so yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, if I could add to that, Ty Simons, the last 2 or 3 races, and several of the other races, he is the guy to beat, in my opinion. He's very, very fast. He's had a couple bad breaks. But once he learned how to calm down, this guy is going like he's on fire, or the devil's after him, one or the other. Because boy, I'll tell you, he is very fast, and he's the guy that's going to be the guy to beat, in my opinion.
It certainly looks that way. He's posted a time of 1:59.8, so that's a sub 2-minute time. You've got to doff your hat to that one. The next nearest time is Tom Sluter at the moment, who's posted a 2 flat, so not much in it, only like 0.4 of a second, but that can be quite a distinct difference around a track like this. Where are we in terms of the teams? So leading the teams at the minute is Dutchies Esports with 1,787 points. Northern Lights Racing Scuderia Haggis is in second, 80 odd points behind, with Ascari Autosport in third. Paceworks Esports, who were doing the charity work throughout the month of October, are in fourth, and Team Chimera in fifth. Again, all the people you'd expect to see at the top are where they need to be.
You know, another thing, Pete, is that our colleague Ben Cullen, really, I tell you, no moss is growing on him in this series. He's done really well. He's Northern Light Haggis, I believe, and he really answers the bell, so to speak, on in this series.
He does, yeah. So that is all of our current standings. The only surprise that anybody will see tonight is obviously the lack of Kevin De Winter at the pointy end of the AM class. And he won't be too happy about that, I don't think. In terms of vehicles and where they sit in the standings, current standings, as in for this race, there are a lot of BMWs at the pointy end of the field again. With just a spattering of 1 Mercedes, 2 Audis, and a Ferrari in the top 10. Is that a surprise to either of you two? I'll start with you, Marco.
No, I think at least from my point of view, I think these last couple of tracks have been suiting for BMW, and overall, like where there's longer straights, it has so good acceleration that it's good for. But the weakness on BMW is the cornering. So yeah, I think the BMW might be overall, in my point of view, like a little bit of a faster car, but it's the driver that drives the car makes the difference.
Absolutely right. And on behind the wheel of one of these BMWs is, well, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let Clyde's 400-yard performance speak for itself. Also, in the BMW recently was the stash. So we'll have to drag that video out. Is it to hand, Sam?
Yep, of course it is. Stash is always ready.
Stash
to
is
show us
always
the
ready.
best lap cam.
Had his fill of additive. And ready to fire that up when you are.
Okay, let's jump in then.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of The Stash. Brings you a track map and track introduction. Today we are at the fantastic Sebring. It's a track that most people love. We're going to be starting our lap just after the sunset bend. This is the start-finish straight. We've got a really nice day for it, as you would expect in the heart of Florida. Generally, track temperatures are very high around here, in the 40s most of the time on iRacing. Very rare you get a cold track for Sebring unless you're going to do it a night track. So we shall dispense with any further dialogue. Just remember that this is the first time that Clyde Whiting, usually a commentator, is going to be racing in our VRAGTCC league. And it's going to be interesting because I think he's going to bin it at turn 1, lap 1. So here we go, we're going to pursue our track lap. So we scream down the start-finish straight here, stick to the right-hand side. After the bridge there, you get on the brakes. You don't drop it down too much in terms of speed. There's quite a lot of grip at turn 1. Handily called turn 1. Don't wash out onto the mud there because you'll just go scooting away. This is turn 2, affectionately known. And then you go through this complex of tight and twisty turns. You want to hug that inside left line there to stop yourself from washing out to the right. And then you're on this little straight. It is a little straight because it's not too far down to these cones. You want to be braking just at the 4 cone there, just as Stash has done. He's tucking it into the hairpin here. Take a good amount of curve. That was very good, Stash. A little bit of turning left to turn right there, but never mind. And we fire ourselves through this next section, which is a Fangio chicane, somewhere down here. And then we tuck into Cunningham Corner. Lots and lots of curve there from the Stash. I'm surprised he didn't absolutely muller that one. Round Collier curve here, down to Tower Turn. So Tower Turn, stay wide here and then tuck right in. You can carry loads of speed through here. The camber is with you, but you don't want to run out too wide there because you lose all your traction. Obviously this was once upon a time an airport, I'm reliably informed, so that was Flying Fortress straight back there. And we head into this bit now. This is one of the more technical sections getting around here as you head towards the Le Mans curve. Take that rumble strip on the inside, wash out as much as you like, but don't go on the grass there. And then lots and lots of speed down Ullman Straight, and you're heading towards Sunset Bend, the bumpiest bend in the world. I have never found a decent line through here. There's 3,000 lines and I take them all every race. Lots and lots of width on this. Tuck right into that yellow line there. Good turn, Stash. Stay on the black stuff, or grey, and then floor it to the end of the lap. So that was a great lap from the Stash there. He's obviously had his beans and bacon and whatever else he needed for the day, and has proceeded round turn 1 again. Lovely livery there, the BSTV livery on the BMW. And you can see what the track looks like from above. Oh no, that's the Easier livery. Right, okay, so sporting a new livery then today, are you, Stash? Okay. And yeah, he makes it round at the end of the lap, where you should expect lots and lots of competitive racing around here, lots and lots of overtaking opportunities, primarily into this turn here, the hairpin. There'll be lots and lots of people sending it into there, I would think, and it will be a tremendous race. So I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you've all enjoyed the video of the Stash making his way around the track. Again, nobody knows who he is. All we know is he puts in some fantastically fast laps. So, enjoy the race, folks, and we'll see you soon. Right then, so that was the Stash giving us a lap guide, with me sitting terrified in the passenger seat. That's what it should look like. I think if you looked out of the front window of Clyde Whiting's car, it would look slightly different. Speaking of which, should we get him in? He said he was available. Should we speak to Clyde?
Don't everybody say yes at once.
Move to live booth. So, if this works, we should end up with Clyde in the booth.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, you've got a bigger yellow streak than a diuretic camel, have you, for qualifying?
Yeah, I wasn't. I got 10 minutes practicing this afternoon. Did about 30 minutes in the actual practice session. And decided I'm not in any championships or anything like that, so I'll start at the back and see if I can keep out of trouble.
Right. Okay. I was mentioning your invasion stripes, which you've got on all the BSTV cars today. Are you planning on some sort of track invasion?
Well, possibly. More like some grass invasion. My practice so far hasn't gone too bad. I'm suffering a lot from corner entry oversteer. I've tried changing a few things, but basically made it worse. But yeah, I'm not rapid by any means, but provided I don't get caught up in anybody else's accident, I'm hoping to at least get to the end.
So you are planning on getting through turn 1 then?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, there's.
Right.
I think there's 42 drivers, so I think a top 40 finish will be a bonus.
Yeah, it's 43, so you might want to go for a top 41 then. Just manage your expectations to the right level.
I think it's 42 actually.
So when you're gone, we're going to take a dead pool on which corner on which lap you're actually going to crash on. So I can't remember. Has this class been safety card lately? I don't think it has it?
I don't think we've had one. No.
No. So I don't know whether we're due on the balance of the random chance effect. So.
Yeah, there's been all sorts of pit stop strategy talk in our team channel, but my current plan is to just ignore the safety car. If it happens, it happens. There's nothing I can do about it, and probably just do 3 equal stints.
Well, if you do manage to win this race, and the planets align, etc., etc., I'll give you 100 quid. I am that confident that you're not going to get there.
You could make it £1 million, mate. That ain't ever going to happen. Like I say, I'm just going to be happy just to finish. I have, in the back of my head, I've got a couple of drivers that I would like to beat. Sensible targets.
Right.
So
are they still alive?
Just.
Yeah, okay.
I'll see at the end of the race whether that comes to fruition or not.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, best of luck. We've got Daniele in the camera at the minute as he's circulating around with the grey livery on. What's the colour that you've chosen for the base of yours? It's like flesh coloured.
So that is, for those of you old enough to remember, that was the desert pink camo for the
camo, yeah.
Tornadoes in the first Gulf War.
All right. Okay. Cool. Just thought I'd have that one explained to me. That's good. And do you want to move yourself back, or do you need me to move you back?
Could you move me back, please? Because one of the other issues I've had tonight is one of the Oculus updates has stopped my Oculus from working, so I'm actually on screens for the first time in God knows how many years, and it is like proper weird.
Wow. Okay. What, you on triples then?
Yeah.
I think I prefer triples anyway. Right, I'm going to post you back to BSTV Esports channel. Hopefully that's where you'll land. I will go and check that I've put you in the right place afterwards. But thanks for chatting with us. We'll come and talk to you later mid-race on a critical corner or a critical overtake, okay?
Not a problem. Try and do it when I'm upside down.
Yeah, we'll have a go at that, yeah. Cheers, Clyde.
Cheers, guys.
Good luck,
Yeah,
mate.
we can't have you the whole race, Clyde, so sorry, but that's... Yeah.
I'm expecting plenty of footage.
Right. Good race, mate. Have fun.
Cheers.
And let me check where I've just binned him off to. Hang on. Where is the BSTV one? Oh, I put him in the right one. Hey, get me. Right, okay. So, where are we?
You should have sent him to asymmetric or something by mistake. That would have been fun.
Yeah, just bin him into a different one. So, qualifying's gone checkered. Shortly, once these guys have all finished their laps, if they do indeed finish their laps, as who is that? Martin, is that? Sorry, Marcel, is that? Campanile parked it, didn't want to go any further. some still doing their laps. And then I think we need to
Adam
do...
Watson is improving his lap time, I think.
Who is?
Adam Watson.
He's got...
Adam Watson?
Well, he's got one green sector on this lot. I don't know whether he'll manage a full set.
Looks like he's coming down the straightaway now.
And we'll try and get through a lot of these names before the start of the race in terms of the gridding positions. He's certainly giving it some beans around there, isn't
Wow, yeah.
he? Has he improved? No, it doesn't look like he did.
No, it's still the same.
And he's just decided to give his mechanics an awful big job to do.
Yeah, and I have to do it quickly. Carl Hardy crossing. Yeah, it's still Carl Hardy.
Yep, some gardening going on just here with James Underhill. And I think, well, there's going to be a couple of minutes worth of lap, isn't there? For
James
people to
Underhill,
complete.
the Undertaker.
Yeah. Lots of cars lying at the side of the road at the moment as they're getting to the end of their qualifying laps. But if you look at that, the top 11 are separated by, well, we call it 1 second. 1.146 seconds separates the top 11 cars, Bill.
Yeah, this is going in that first corner is going to be pretty interesting. There's going to be a traffic jam. Going to be like rush hour on, what is it, M25 over there, the busy road?
Yeah, we're going to have to view this one from the blimp, I think, aren't we, Marco?
I don't know. Maybe even we get everything on the one shot.
Yeah.
That'd be so nice.
Massive pile of all on the one camera. Right, then that is the session done, boys and girls. So, once Sam puts the starting standings on the screen, we'll start going through the names. I'm going to wait for it to appear on YouTube. There we go. So I'll start us off, guys, and we'll do a page at a time until we get going.
Copy.
Are we on a grid start, are we? Thought it'd be rolling. Or do you do a
It's
full lap
full
at
page.
Sebring? Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
full
right.
page.
We've got plenty of time then. So, your poleman will again be Tice Simons with a 1:59.712 for Paceworks Esports. Off second will be Adam Watson for Paceworks Esports. Tom Sluter will go off third. Adam Wright will be fourth for BS TV Esports. Big cheer. AAA has done fantastically well there. Put it on fifth for Asymmetric. Chris Shaw for Ascari goes off sixth. Seventh will be Ben Cullen. Jezza McClintock for VTS USA Black goes off eighth. Marcus Bletz off ninth for VTS Germany Black. Martin Verschluven for Dutchess Esports will go off 10th. Marco Loert will go off 11th for VTS Germany Black. And Roy Vaverka will go off 12th for Team Automech. Bill, do you want to do the next one?
I'll take it over. Sammy Bytorp and starts 13th for Paceworks Esports. Jonathan Foote, also from Paceworks Esports, in 14th. Mark Heron, Asymmetric, starting 15th. Jacob LeBrun, VTS USA Yellow, in 16th. Paul Robinson, VTS USA Black, 17th. 18th is our friend Jamie Wilson and Team Chimera. And 19th, we got David Heavey, Paceworks Esports. What does that say? I can't read that. Imola. Okay, I'm sorry. In 20th, Craig Cameron, Northern Lights Racing. 21st, Peter Van Gool, Result Spiro. 22nd, Stefan Goebel in the VTS Germany Yellow. 23rd, Frank T-Bosch, Result Spiro. 24th, Larry DeLange, Dutchess Esports.
Cool. Are you going to do any, Marco, or do you want me to carry on?
I can do one page.
Go on, then.
Barry Wan, 25th, Dutchess Esports. John Redwine, VTS USA. 27th, Scott Malcolm. 28th, Marcel Kempenaar. 29th, Carl Hardy. 30th, Roger Morser. 31 Roger Schönlieben, 32nd Bas Luther, 33rd Ralph Cullinan, 34th James Underhill, 35th Anthony Jacobson, and 36th Andy Maxwell.
Finish out the field once it trips. 30. Where am I? Where did you finish?
James Underhill, I think he did, was
Oh,
last.
right, okay. 35th, Anthony Jacobson. Andy Maxwell will go off 36th. 37th will be Simon Chester for Northern Lights Racing. Dan Giudici, 38th, BSTB Esports. David Ayres off 39th for Result Clothing. Luka Lesjevic off 40th for Paceworks Esports. Irela, or is that Ireland? I think that's Ireland. We're going to go with that. Alan Toon off 41st for Safeguard by Result. Clyde White, whoever he is, for BSTV Forza Haggis. And then bringing up the rear, and I think that's because he registered with the wrong car. That was his sin for the day. It says Kevin De Winter, but I don't think he's starting.
Well, I don't want to be bragging, but our BSTV guy, Adam Wright, starting in 4th place. Strong qualifying from Adam Wright.
Yeah, that's excellent, and probably his best qualifying so far. So, what are you guys normally doing other than trying not to crash like me on your outlaps for these sort of races? We'll start with Marco.
Like this kind of race, I would be just trying to either get some temperature on the tire or just fuel save much as possible.
Okay, and Bill?
I'd be probably taking a nana nap or something, to be honest. Jeez, I don't know. I'm always thinking too much, you know. Do I have enough fuel? Do I have the right setup? Am I in the right car? Am I in the right state? You know, that kind of stuff. So you can't really take anything from me because it's never worked.
No, true. I'm not the greatest at rolling starts, it has to be said. I only recently figured out how to fire a V8 without wheel spinning. So I'm not really the best person to ask. I usually try and get the screeching noise out of the brakes.
Yeah.
And get the heat into the brakes more than I get heat into the tyres. Probably where I go very wrong, isn't it? But we are approaching sunset now. The pace car doesn't leave the track, obviously, until pit lane, which is right the way around the turn. So expect these two Paceworks cars to back up the field or gun it halfway through the turn or something like that. And he's gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, he is nailed it. Already this looks like the M25 on a Monday morning.
Wow. That's a lot of cars.
That is a huge amount of cars piling into turn 1. Let's hope they all get through safely.
Okay, let's see how we do here. Well, there's somebody way wide out there. Whoa, baby.
Yeah, that one's in a different postcode, whoever that was. It was a Dutchie's car, I think.
I'm surprised you didn't go off the road, but... Uh-oh.
Oh, hang on.
We got here?
We got some at the
3
back
cars
here.
involved. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they were, but there's 3 of them, yep, like you were saying.
One of them looked like GT, whatever that team is. I always forget.
GT Amiga.
Yeah, one of them was one of those guys. I'm not sure who, though.
Okay. I'm going to ignore my SDK timing screen at the moment because it's having an absolute fit and doesn't know who's where. It'll take a couple of laps for that to happen.
A lot of dicey moves at first there. Wow, who was that?
Yeah. I suppose the only position that I'm sure of at the moment is Clyde Whiting is not at the back of the field.
Huh.
He's managed to not crash. We're watching Jamie Wilson getting on close terms with the car in front of him. Too wide through whichever tight turn that is. Is that Cunningham corner? I think it is. These guys are firing it down the Flying Fortress straight, I think.
They just came through Tower.
Ah, right, okay. And then this is Le Mans.
Oh, Watson got the lead.
Oh, he has, yes. Sorry, we missed that somewhere along the line. So a change of the lead already towards the end of lap 1.
Now, is it Norm
Here
or
we go.
What's his first name? Watson. I've got Norm. Is it Adam? Adam. Okay.
Yeah, Adam Watson.
I don't know where I got Norm from.
And he's retained that lead in third there. Well, my screen's just gone absolutely crazy still. I think it's Tom Sluter, but I'm not really that sure yet. Oh, what was that?
Whoa, this is a replay.
Oh, this is the crash at the beginning.
Okay, we got one result clothing there.
Yeah, it looks like Roger Morton's car, but I'm not sure.
Could be, yep, could be.
That's David Harris, John
Okay, here
Manchester,
comes again.
and Andy Maxwell.
Right.
Okay, yep. Well, amazingly, they didn't really look like they came.
And then so we're back.
Ty
at the
Simon's
front.
looking to get back in front.
Yeah,
Where's
no
that?
team orders here, is there?
Nope. Wow, that's a tight area to try to do that.
It is, and given that we've only had really one set of off tracks, it's been quite a clean start, given the amount of cars on the track.
Yeah,
don't you think?
every time we talk there's going to be a disaster, we always seem to have the cleanest start. Whoop! Uh-oh!
Oh, hang on.
Was that Clyde Whiting that spun?
I don't think so. I'm not sure, though. It could have been.
Somebody hit him
That's-
broadside, too.
That's Luka Lečević in the only flamethrower that we've got in the field, so we can't get rid of that one.
Okay, here's a replay.
Oh, no, that was Baz Sluter. And then Luke Lečević drove into the
Oh,
side of him because he had
yep,
no
okay.
choice.
That was Clyde Whiting that snuck by him right there. He avoided the issue. Good job.
Yeah. I've been in races with Clyde when he does this before. He seems to majestically avoid other people's accidents.
Got to be luck, let's face it.
Oh, it's absolutely luck. But these two boys are still going at it. Adam wants that lead back. And they are pulling away. They're not exactly booking the trend, which is usually if you fight, you lose places. AAA stepped out and done what I think is Tom Sluter. Again, my SDK is only just catching up with the race.
And we have an inset picture of AAA at the controls down in your lower right corner. Now he's gone.
Now, I'm sure the last time I saw him, he was on triples with a VR headset. Maybe I made that up.
I'm not sure.
I don't
That
think
was-
I have.
No, that was his teammate.
Was it?
Was it Stuart Dick that
It was,
yeah,
yes.
shared this thing? I think it was.
There's the fire from the back of that McLaren. That's what we want to see. More fire.
Yeah, we need a barbecue. Somebody gets too close to the back, he has set his car on fire with a flamethrower.
It's like the Batmobile, isn't it? It's brilliant.
That's great. I love it.
Look at these guys all piling through here. So, again, my screen's not fully updated. For some reason, it thinks Paul Robinson is winning the race. Very much not the case.
We have a picture of James Underhill. What's going on with him, I wonder? Oh, here it comes. Nope.
No, this is just live footage. This
Okay.
is the ridiculous queue of cars, or multiple queues of cars around the track. It's remarkably hard to commentate on this at the moment. There's that much activity.
Yeah, really, it's hard to single anybody out, really.
I mean, look at that. That's BMW, Ferrari.
And if you notice in the top of the screen, the pros have the Aqua or whatever, Cayenne or whatever Clyde calls it.
Cyan, yeah.
Yeah, and the amateur or the AM set is yellow.
Yeah, and you'll see that on the sideboards and in the windscreen, the windshield at the top of the windshield, and on the end fins of the spoilers.
That's right. Thank you, Pete.
It's all right.
I think the pit window opens this lap, so
Wow, that's early.
yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy early. Adam Wright taking a position we just watched, and is that slow down for that Ferrari, or has he just got
I
offline?
don't know. He looked like he was kind of awful wide coming out,
Yeah.
so maybe missed his marks.
So that's Jezza McClintock overtaking Martin Verschluven. Meanwhile, back at the front, these two are inseparable at the moment. Although AAA does look like he's starting to bridge that gap. It was 2.5 seconds not that long ago, and now he's got it down to 1.8.
Yeah, AAA is making time for sure.
You seen anything to concern you, Marco, so far?
No, nothing, not really. Just enjoy the race.
Looks like somebody just went up. Yeah, there's somebody out in the
Roger
grass.
Morton, that is. Doing a bit of landscaping at Sebring.
Exactly.
Going to put somebody out of a job.
Scare the hell out of the snakes and the ants out there, that's for sure.
You got a lot of them out there, do you?
Ants especially, yeah.
Right.
It's
Are
full
those
of
massive
fire ants.
warrior ones, are they?
Massive fire ants here.
Right. See, the back of that BMW, second in line there, who is that? That is... Oh, hang on. Marcus Bletz. The back of his car is absolutely hammered in. Let's just see the rear of it as he jumps back onto, is it Ullerman Straight? I can't remember what the...
Ullman, yeah.
Ullman, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think his nose is right either. So.
Oh, no, it's not. You're right. It's creased up on the right-hand side.
He might have gotten in a sandwich somewhere, huh?
I think so, yeah. Just behind these guys, bear in mind this is for 22nd... No, this is for 22nd place. You'll see Clyde Whiting, or we would have done if we'd stayed with it. Oh, there he is, look. He has not crashed yet, can you believe it, folks?
Well, it's about 4 laps more than he should have gone, but good for him. Ben Collins got a picture of Princess Pete in there. He's jeez.
Yeah, why not? Everybody's got a dirty secret. That's Ben Collins.
Whoa.
So this is definitely hotting up.
Oh boy.
So 2 into that corner.
You know, that hairpin right there is difficult because it's got that little bump in the middle of it. It kind of cuts back, you know, you kind of lose your exit there.
Because Blett's trying desperately to get past Dan Giudici and not yet managing it. He might do it here. The grunt of that BMW fires him round the outside. Dan covers off Roger Morton there. It's a Paceworks car going very slow in the background. Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Jonathan Foote, maybe?
Yeah, it is, yeah. That was odd. He must have got... where'd you get a slowdown round there?
Jeez, I didn't think there was one there, but maybe.
He's a lap down, by the way.
Oh, he's a lap down.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. He just let them go.
Right, I see. Right.
Whoa.
Lap down already. Wow. And there's a few of them as well. Gary's doing a bit of whingy complaining on the chat about our class colours, cyan and yellow being the opposite way around to iRacing's colours. I thought Clyde had done this colour scheme which was aligned to the official, I don't remember, as in the real life Pro-Am. Do you remember that, Bill, or not?
I don't.
No.
And what's really amazing to me is, you know, obviously they, I guess Clyde, I wasn't involved in it, but I guess Clyde kind of split up the people that signed up kind of by iRating or whatever.
It was blue on blue, that was. That was
Uh-oh.
two Dutchies esports cars coming together. Barry van Engelhoven and I can't even find the other protagonist. I think it might have been Marcel Kempenaar. It was.
Barry Van Eng caught the short end of that stick.
Now that is send of the millennium, and he
Wow.
didn't make that work at all well. He's going to be apologising to his teammate for a long time for that one, I think.
Yeah, it was uncalled for, really.
Yep. He was maybe 8-9 car lengths back when he started that.
Oh, he
braking
had plenty.
phase.
He had plenty of time to miss that one.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a hell of a lot older than
Yeah.
him, and I could have
And
missed that
Clyde
one.
managed to to make a move on that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He did. Which is
That's multi-21. That.
yeah. He probably have told him, "Let me buy. Let me buy."
Yeah.
That's the only way Clyde can pass.
I might be on. I might be on camera.
Who'd he pass? Guidici?
Yeah, Dan Giudici. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Sorry, having to reset my screens because my timing screen went mental for a minute. So Adam Wright has now given up that position that he claimed from Tom Sluter again.
Well, he's still in 5th and hanging in there pretty well, actually.
Yep. And Ty Simon's making comments to somebody, but I'm not sure who at the front.
AAA second.
And AAA is second. So what happened to Adam Watson? Here we go. Oh, he lost it. Oh, did he hit anything? No, I don't think he did.
Wow, that was a nice catch. Holy God.
It was. He got 2 tyres off on the right, didn't he?
He missed that bridge abutment twice, too. That's unbelievable. That's how AAA got by him.
AAA will think all his Christmases have come at once. And given that his teammate's in front of him, Adam Wright shouldn't really be pushing that hard, should he, Marco?
I think that makes him push even more.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah.
Right.
Adam Wright or Ty Simons?
Adam.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So this is Jamie Wilson tracking down Sammy Bytorp, or it was. But we've had to switch back to Adam Watson here. Sorry, were you trying to get through, Marco?
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, usually you fight even harder against your teammates, but the fighting is more fair, so... And
right, yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, there was no contact in that one. It was just getting a bit carried away, I think.
Martin Van Sleuven's using all the road coming out of the Sunset Curve there.
He certainly is. And there's a few of them doing it as well. There's a whole train of cars in the background there that are doing the same sort of thing.
Jamie Wilson, and who's he tracking down?
That's Sammy Bytorp in front of him.
Oh, okay. So many Paceworks cars. Sometimes, we got wide there.
We did, and Jamie's monopolised that one.
Yeah, Jamie doesn't miss many of those opportunities.
No way. So this is Ben Cullen. Stunningly high up the field for Ben. Probably shouldn't say that, but I know he's listening, so it might put him off and it'd be funny. With Chris Shaw bearing down on him. Sorry, say that again?
I think you say that every time.
Somebody's sideways.
Oh, that's Danielle.
What happened? Did he just lose it?
I think so.
He went off course. Okay. Whoa, right in front of the leaders. Wow. Wasn't that right in front of the leaders, wasn't it? Looked like it.
No,
because that was Luke Lechevich behind.
Oh, okay.
Both Paceworks cars, so that's where it's been a bit confusing. So this is the fight for 5th place, I think, because I think you'll find Adam Wright at the front of this train somewhere. So this will be Adam Wright, Ben Cullen, Chris Shaw, Jez McClintock, Martin Versleuven, and somewhere just behind will be Marco Loert. Oh no, he's a bit of a gap behind, actually. Marco Loert. There's an overtake coming here.
Yeah, McClintock on the inside.
That's good, that. Very steady on the brakes and fired it out of the corner as well. Very professional.
Yeah, nice parking in the apex to force the guy outside.
Absolutely.
Yep. Very, very good. That's a very wide Adam Watson. He's having real trouble now.
Yeah, he hit the wall, I think. His rear toe is done.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I've not seen anybody do that.
Yeah, he's messed up the suspension or something, probably.
I think he's snapped the axle of that. Look at the way it's crabbing. Bosh. He's just absolutely mullered the back right rear.
That was a hard impact, right in front of Abdul Al Amri too. Well,
Yeah. So he will have
here's on the inside of Abdul's car. Whoa! Good thing he didn't come off that wall, and AAA would have been part of that.
I don't think he could get off the wall.
Didn't seem that way, did it?
No.
Carl Hardy trying to make a move, looks like.
And that is
Oh, that's Scott Malcolm, okay.
Scott Malcolm, yeah. Another one in the BSTV livery for this race.
He's in a BMW also.
Yeah, that's the other half of the Forza Haggis team, I think.
Oh, yeah. Forza Haggis. And there's Chris Shaw. I haven't heard much about him today, but he's in 7th place.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of staying with this pack, to be honest. They are quite quick. Ben Cullen 2 in front, Jezza McClintock 1 in front, and a lot of pressure from Martin Verschluven. Carl Hardy making his move on Scott Malcolm.
Looked like he made that corner pretty nice.
Yeah, he did, and Ralph Cullinan doing the same to James Underhill here. That BMW does have a serious amount of grunt, doesn't it, Marco?
Yeah, it's the torque on like higher gears, like 4 to 6. That's where it peaks, that car.
Stay in 4th gear for the whole race.
It's James Underhill behind. Can't tell who that is.
Who's that? Ralph Cullinan, you mean?
Yeah, sorry.
So these guys are all still line astern all the way down here. Look at this.
A great battle right there.
We're 10 laps in, but only 20 minutes in. There's still an hour and 10 minutes.
These guys look like they're in a sprint race.
They do. They're just absolutely gunning it everywhere. I mean, Adam Watson's incident with where the wall jumped out at him. That's testament to how hard these guys are pushing. Adam Watson rarely makes mistakes like that.
You know, being much older than my colleagues, you know, there was a day when you had this kind of racing and you would get out there and kind of pace yourselves. Today, with the car improvements and the driver improvements, every lap's like a qualifying lap.
It's true. They don't leave anything behind anymore, do they?
Well, you know, they're much more reliable. The guys are much better trained. They're in better shape, generally, and you know, it's the face of this kind of racing has changed definitely.
Yeah, and I think in real racing, parts are more available.
Oh, sure.
So when you do prang your BMW, there's an internet site where you can get next day delivery of a new bonnet or a new engine or whatever. Whereas I'm sure historically it was, oh my God, we just bent the car, we can't race for a month now.
No, yeah, exactly. And you know, another thing too is the way they build these cars. If they do have a scuffle on the track somewhere, I mean, they can come in and change pieces of the car like nothing. You know, everything's kind of put on with Zeus fasteners and clamps and, you know, stuff like that, and they can change things in such a hurry. It's amazing.
I tell you what, much as I hate to admit it, Clyde Whiting's given us a good fight here with PVG.
Yeah, Clyde's doing all right.
And it's quite a decent paint job he's created there for that car.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Very in keeping with World War II fighter liveries.
Yeah, it's a very, very important time in the history of the UK. So I'll say one thing, and I told Clyde this. I am truly amazed how nicely people respect Remembrance Day in UK. It's really something to be proud of, really. It's more than a day off for people.
Not even a day off. We don't get a bank holiday for it. It's just a Remembrance Day on the 11th and Remembrance service on the Sunday nearest to it. So
Yeah.
So Ralph Cullinan's still trying to make James Underhill make a mistake by sticking to his rear bumper, but with all this going on, brings Anthony Jacobson and Roger Morton into the picture.
Roger Underhill is withstanding that attack pretty well. Uh-oh, somebody looking now.
Yeah, that's Ralph Cullinan stepping out to take James into Sunset, the bumpiest turn in the world.
I'll tell you what, that's another thing I don't think anybody mentioned this when we first started what we like about Sebring. There's a lot of places to pass on this track too, where some places you go, you got 2 or 3 spots, that's it.
Yeah, and there's a couple of places on this track which it feels like it's 30 cars wide.
Exactly.
Turn 1 being one of them, but it tightens up awfully.
Yeah, sure does. Look at that. I mean, you try to branch out there too wide on the exit, you're in that dirt over there.
Yeah, and key to Marco's keen eyes, before you can see the damage on the right-hand side of Marcus Bletz's car there, it's absolutely mashed.
You're still plugging away out there.
He is, yeah. That is Roger Morton and Marcus Bletz still.
He's actually in 22nd. His teammate Marco Lewert is where? Let me see.
I think he's at.
He's in 10th.
He is, yeah. See, that gets me on the YouTube stream. Positions 8 and 9 both say VER because one's Martin Verstluven and one's Roy Verwerken. So it looks like 2 guys are in the same place. God, that was close to the wall from Chris Shaw. Good grief.
If we get an interview with VER, we should find out how he can drive 2 cars at once.
Yeah. So we've not seen any standard pit stops yet, Marco. Although, saying that, Marco Lewert has just pitted the car. I think Marco Nemela's gone for a smoke or something.
Yeah, sorry, my daughter woke up, so...
That's funny. I was just saying there's only one person pitted so far, properly pitted, and that's Marco Lewert.
Yeah, I think he's... Yeah, it's in a pit window, so he might do a shorter stop now and take longer stops later on. Mm-hmm. Or he's playing safe with the safety car and like calling cashing out now. And
yeah. Because we've seen previously, Marco, that drivers like to pile into the pits at the first opportunity in case of the safety car, haven't we?
Yeah, but longer you go, the more risk you have, you lose if there is a safety car. But also you gain more if you run longer.
Oh, okay.
Ben Cullen making a move into Sunset on one of the BTS guys.
Yep.
Which is Jeremiah McClintock.
Yeah, it is. And Ben Cullen right on his 6 at the minute. Pulling out, ready for an overtake. Not going to do it from there. And then it becomes very difficult to overtake through this next section of turn.
Yeah.
It's almost one line through these next 3 turns. And if you get a bad drive out of here, you'll get done on the next little kink. I've just been corrected on the chat. It was Jezza McClintock overtaking Ben Cullen. That's why they were in the order that they were on. So thanks to whoever CH Blank is. Marcus Blatt's still going around with his redesigned Z4.
That has to be affecting the handling of his car, I would think.
You would think so, but he's not losing any places very quickly, if that is the case. And Chris Shaw. Oh, CH Blank is another VTS guy. There's loads of them, isn't there? I think there might be 1,000 people that race for VTS. So we've got Chris Shaw here closing in on the back of Ben Cullen as well.
I would be interested to see on cockpit view on Martin Verstluven if he's fuel saving, because he's been patient behind the Chris Shaw.
Ask and you shall receive. There you go.
There you go. So talk us through it.
I guess that patient ended there.
That was hilarious. So I think Chris Shaw got sunset wrong, didn't he? And that meant that Martin had no option really but to overtake, even if he was fuel saving.
That was cool. In the rearview mirror, you could see who was that? Chris Shaw right behind him in the mirror in the camera view from the Ferrari.
Yeah, hitting his steering wheel in frustration in his simulated cockpit.
Yeah, I think there is a real chance if you fuel save the whole time and there is a safety car, you could do a one stop. So,
wow, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And just to stem any rumours about him not racing, Ty Simon still is in this race. He's 7.5 seconds in the lead. Here he is in the Paceworks eSport BMW Z4.
This guy is quick, I gotta tell you.
He is, yeah, and we were calling him Bob for a while because of a media day blue on blue situation where he wiped out at least 2 of his own teammates. But since that time, he's done less crazy stuff. He did one thing at Silverstone, didn't he, which was a bit dubious on a rejoin. If you remember, he took out a couple of people, including nearly taking out one of his own teammates on that occasion. But other than that, he's proven himself to be an extraordinarily fast racer.
I'll tell you one thing, Pete. He put his big boy panties on with the last interview he had with us, and he told us that he was stopping the nonsense. You know, he was a what do you call himself? Not a dick, an idiot or something. And you know, and he found that he's doing a lot better by being relaxed and calm. And I got to tell you, it takes a lot of courage to say that on the air. I give him a high regard for that, really.
Oh, here we go. We are under caution. It's happened. This is the
safety car.
Random safety car. So, what does this do, Marco? Come on.
I think Marco Levert will benefit from this, but I don't think you can do one stop now because it's too early on the safety car.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But I expect everyone to pit under the safety car.
Right. Okay. Who's going to get caught out by this? Did anybody pit beforehand or not?
Marco Levert pitted, so he might actually take the track position. He can get. I think he can lead the race for a while. So I don't know.
Other people that have pitted, we've got Roger Morton. We've got James Underhill as showing as having pitted.
Stefan Goebel looks like he stopped too.
Yep, and Barry van Engelenhoven.
Greg Cameron.
There's a few actually. This is going to shuffle the field up good and proper. This,
We must have missed them. I didn't see them coming in.
or maybe I'm
Paul.
making it up. Hang on, no. Stefan Goebel, Marco Lower. My screen's just gone mental and come back to normal. Ralph Cullinan has been in. Whether that was a scheduled stop or not, I'm not sure. So yeah, only 3 of them. So this will shuffle the field up quite a lot, I would think. Should we get his lordship in and see what he thinks of the race so far?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
Cool.
Oh, all right.
Move to live booth. So if this works again, we should end up talking to Clyde Whiting again.
I think good evening.
Good evening. So, you haven't crashed properly yet?
No, I haven't. I've had a few snaky moments, shall we say?
Right.
But yeah, the car is behaving itself. I'm not quick, but there's lots of people crashing, so I'm getting positions.
22nd, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. Are you managing to catch up with PVG or not?
No, not at the moment. I'm still running at my full pelt under the safety car.
And what does this do for the strategy that you didn't have?
Well, to be honest, I was going to pit on that lap.
Right.
So it's telling me I've got 2 laps left of fuel. So I'm hoping that the pit lane's going to open.
Well, it will at some point, and Marco Nemela is predicting that everybody will pile in.
Oh, yeah.
Not
If
many
nobody-
people have pitted already.
Yeah, I'd say if anybody that hasn't pitted has got to go in because they are right at the end of their stint.
Right, okay.
Oh, I've caught the train. Choo-choo!
On that note, I'm going to put you back in your BSTV Esports box. Thanks
you.
for chatting to us again. See you later.
See you later.
So, again, that was...
Did you see?
Go on. What?
Yeah, he almost crashed while
he
I'm doing
did.
it.
Did he? I wasn't looking. I was still on Discord at the time.
He did. He dumped his wheels off the side of the road. I saw that, Marco.
Awesome. We'll get him next time. Don't worry. So, yes, everybody's starting to queue now. Tice Simons will probably lead everybody into pit lane. Probably not this lap. It'll probably be the next one.
The safety car is out, so theoretically they should be able to come in this lap, shouldn't they? Now that he's out there.
I think that there's a trigger on iRacing.
Oh, okay.
It'll only do it when the field is formed up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the one full lap and then the pit lane opens.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
We've done a
not
full lap
sure.
yet? I don't know. It's a big lap round Sebring, isn't it? So it might be that the pit lane opens like fairly soon, to be honest.
Yeah, it might be now too, so yeah.
Well, AAA is holding second place. Good for him. Third place is Tom Schluter. Fourth is still Adam Wright. Wow, Adam, go get him, baby.
Yeah, that is a good result, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. He's
up to
doing
this
wonderful.
point. Oh, here we go. Everybody's in. This is going to be a busy pit lane very quickly.
Oh,
I hate
yeah.
this, you know. You know,
I'll
when
ta-
everybody pits at the same time, it's just awful.
And can you imagine if they didn't have that you can't get in an accident on pit road? This would be disaster.
I think Marco Levert will lead the race after this pit stop cycle.
Right. There's a few people gone round mine.
Yeah, Jacobson,
Well, they might be laps down, I guess.
Marco Levert. There's Marco
Yeah.
Levert. Stefan Goebel right behind him. Scott Malcolm has moved up to fourth. Comes another one, Ralph Cullinan. Marcus Bletz. I'm surprised Marcus Bletz not stopping with the way his car is.
AAA has managed to get out in front of
Wow, what a
Tice
stop.
Simons.
Yeah, what a stop.
I bet he's been fuel saving. That's the
It might be. You think maybe he short fuel too and possibly come in sooner next time or something? Could have done that too, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a busy pit lane right there. Wow.
Certainly is. I always hate it when when you get something like that because I can never find my pitman. I end up overshooting my box because the car in front of my pitman is blocking my view of where my pit box is.
Yeah.
I always think I'm going to crash into people, even though you don't in iRacing. You can drive
Right.
through people. It always freaks me out.
I try not to do that. That's terrible. I think that's rude.
Adam Watson took tires too. He had nothing to lose because he had the damage and had to tow. But
Oh,
he didn't. He didn't lose a lap, so he took tires now. So let's see if that pays off.
It shows Marcus Pletz has stopped once too. I didn't see him stop, but maybe. Jacobson still has not stopped.
No, Anthony Jacobson has picked up the safety car.
Yeah, I think he pits now because. Oh no, I don't think he gets the lap back. But or is he? He's leading.
He's leading at the moment, and I don't think he's not a lap down.
No, I'm showing 0 stops on my screen for him anyway.
Yeah.
It'd be foolish to stop now. You'll go right to the end of the field.
Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting because he's 34 positions up. So basically, you can count like half a second to second each position. So if he can run like couple laps, he might stretch the gap and gain like couple positions.
Wow. Right. Okay. I get your point because the field's all concertinaed together, and he's going to be running light. He might end up getting some places here.
Yeah.
Pete, you were talking about finding your pit box. I know you've done some NASCAR races. I think it's worse than those than this.
I don't know. I did a race around Bristol about 8 or 9 months ago, and is it Bristol where you can enter the pit lane in 2 points?
Yep.
Yeah, honest, I did not know what I was doing at all. I think I went round the whole pit thing twice before I found my pit box.
Yep, exactly. He's staying out. That's amazing.
But that looks like Adam Wright peeling off, or is that somebody else?
I don't know. It was an Audi, I believe.
Jonathan Foote.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think he may have ended up running out of fuel, or not been able to carry it any further, or something like that.
Could be.
He was a lap down, yeah.
Or
it's
he
not a
just-
rule in NASCAR that cars lap down have to pit 1 lap later than everybody else.
That's
on the
correct.
lead lap.
Oh no, that's right. Yes,
That's
Yeah,
correct.
you're absolutely correct. And these are NASCAR rules, aren't they? Really, with pit stops and iRacing.
I don't know. Does it affect the road racing as well? I wasn't sure about that. Huh, I don't know.
The safety car lights are off, so safety car will pit this lap.
Good spot.
We're gonna go green.
Evening to Andrew Hoffman. So we are currently on lap 19 under caution, but the safety car is going to pit at the end of this lap. We are 41 minutes into a 90-minute race, so not even halfway yet.
Ben Cullen took tires. So did Jamie Wilson. Craig Cameron. Peter Van Kool, Luka Lecevic, Paul Robinson, Adam Watson. Yeah, those guys took tires.
So quite a lot of the field did take tyres then, and for a 90-minute race, you don't necessarily have to, but it will definitely give them an advantage, won't it?
Yeah, I think this is one of the hotter races in this series this season. So it might actually be beneficial the first time. So
Okay.
the other races when they have taken the tires, they have said that it felt better, but actually they haven't gone any faster.
Yeah,
so,
not done any better. Yeah. There's a few of these VTS cars at the sharp end of this field now. Marco Loer obviously running second to Anthony Jacobson at the moment, and then there's a bit of shuffling going on now with whoever's Ferrari that is being shuffled to the back, I think, or something.
Looks like everybody's moving now. Who the heck
Yeah.
just went by there?
But we will be
Whoa,
going.
whoa.
Oh,
Oh, they
have we gone? You're not allowed to pass the pace car, are you?
No, he didn't. I don't think either. He kind of hitched up for a minute there.
Yeah, I don't know whether he hitched up enough.
I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, that was close.
Ooh, dear.
Wow.
That was blue on blue.
Whoa.
That was two Dutchies esports cars. Again. Martin Versluven. Ooh. There's a lot of door banging going on around this little area of the track at the moment. Too wide going through here doesn't work. Martin Versluven's flashing his lights at somebody. Ralph Cullinan is the car in front of him, is the only one who can see his lights. I'm not sure what's going on there. Dan Giudici has found himself, I think he's out of sync, is he?
I think he beat it.
He's one lap down.
Yeah.
They are so pretty confusing about this start. We've got one Ferrari, Marcel Kempenaar, which was one lap down in front of the field, and we've got Dan in front of the field.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? It's almost like lapped cars weren't shuffled back through the field.
Oh, there's a wreck somewhere.
I heard a wreck, I didn't see a wreck.
Oh, there it is. On that sandpit corner.
On the sandpit, here we go. This will be a replay of it. There's a result car here getting turned by, I don't know who that was. Is that Sammy Byte?
That's Carl Hardy.
Carl Hardy.
And who's that? That's a... not Ty Simons, is it?
No. Oh, I don't know. Car 16.
Oh, Sammy Bytorp.
Yeah, I thought so.
Thijs is already P2, and Anthony Jacobson beat it now. I think that got a really good start, and I think he's gaining, maybe.
See how this pans out at the end of it?
I don't possibly see how that can work for him, but you guys are better at that than I am.
About that, Bill. Not for me, anyway. Chris Shaw tucking it under the inside of, I think, Roy Ververke.
Oh, I think what he's doing... actually, if you look at the race time, that's a halfway mark.
It is, yes. So he's split his race in half.
Yeah, he might try to go to the finish now.
That's possible.
That would be an interesting tactic if it works.
Well, yeah, and also he, as we saw, he was at the head of the field, wasn't he, when the green flag came out, and he lasted for a few laps, so possibly be doing that.
Yeah, definitely. And AAA was basically pushing Martin Versluven around the last couple of corners. Oh dear. Is that Roy Ververke and Jacob Lebrun, I think it is?
Jacob Lebrun, yep.
So, Roy's gone into that. Oh, he cut across him? Well, it's 50-50. I don't think Jacob should have been where he was. Not pointing in that direction anyway.
Limited damage looks like to both cars.
Yep, so you watch the direction that Jacob's car is pointing. He got a bit of a kick off that curb.
I don't think really Jacob could have avoided that. I don't think so. He would have had to go off the road to avoid that. Which he ended up anyway, but...
Yeah, true. Right, there's a whole load of Paceworks esports cars just here. There's a BSTV car heating up its tyres.
I believe I just saw Martin Van Sleuven pass AAA. I might be wrong, but the way it appeared. Clyde Whiting in 21st. Who's he got behind him there?
Dear. AAA, and I think that must be Martin Van Sleuven, it is.
It's
Yeah,
whoa!
together.
Wow! Wow, that was a hard crash.
It was. It's all lost its finesse at the minute, hasn't it? For certain drivers, anyway.
I guess the polish is off. Woo, big.
So, I don't think Martin should have turned across the front of AAA there, because AAA's nose was definitely pushed onto the outside.
Yeah, that was he just tried to close the door and the nose was still there.
Yep. Oh, something happened to Mr. Whiting.
It's him and Ben Cullen, I believe.
It is. And they've kind of coming together.
Who betted lap? What lap this is? 21st and turn 1.
Yep. I don't know who had 21st and turn. I had turn 1, but I had lap 1.
Well, if you take the 2 off the 21, you're all right.
Yeah.
What you got to do is you got to get Marco's little notebook and erase the 2, Pete. And you'll...
Yeah, totally. So Scott Malcolm is doing remarkably well at the moment as far as my timing screen goes.
He's in 3rd place.
He's not in 3rd place. He's in 1st place in class.
That's right. Exactly. That's right. Adam Watson, and who's he next to?
Sammy's beating up BMW, that. Sammy Baito up there with the weird snarl going on at the front of it. I'd like to see that incident with Ben Cullen and Clyde Whiting again, but from like an over the top, you know, that far chase
There
camera.
you go. Yep, aerial view. There you go.
There we go. Let's see what happened here.
No, Clyde looked pretty much like he was staying on line to me, but
It did to me as well. I hate to admit it, but
I think he was going offline constantly. He was going too tight on turn 1 and he couldn't hold the inside there.
oh, you think he's drifted into
Yeah.
the side of Ben? Yeah.
Yeah, he was drifting into the second line basically there.
he was slightly. That's true. That's
Right.
true.
Okay.
Good.
Well, I don't think it was terminal because he kind of reversed into the wall, didn't he? So as long as he hasn't used his fast repair already, if he can keep going, he'll be all right.
And it was a bouncy tire wall. He should be okay. He didn't hit it that hard, I don't think.
Hoff's wondering whether Clyde had seen an aeroplane like he has done on previous tracks. And I don't think there's any aeroplanes at Sebring anymore, but
Yeah, it's a private airport.
oh, it's private, is it? So it'll just be
Yeah.
little planes and
General aviation, they call that, I believe.
yeah. So AAA's car looks decidedly second-hand at the minute.
And he's in the inset right now.
Yeah, I think he had a moment even before the Versluven incident too.
Tommy Vitop's modelled his car on AAA's car.
I think both of them are modeling from Marcus Pletz.
But nobody's gone for the Marcus Pletz rear end, have they? Oh, McLeod might have done, actually.
Yeah, but you need help for that.
You do, yeah.
And I think for it to really be bad, you need something up in front to keep it stationary so that you can
Yeah.
bash it real hard.
So Sammy getting overtaken by John Redwine and shortly by Barry Van Englenhoven. And that's Jamie Wilson steadily making his way back to where he started, actually. Most impressive drivers for me so far is Scott Malcolm in on track third, but currently first in class. And Ralph Cullinan in, I think that's overall fifth, I'm going to go with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And third in class. They've moved forward 24 and 28 places, respectively.
Yeah,
Obviously,
they're hanging on pretty well.
they are. They've obviously
And-
got pit stops to do.
And Mark Oliver is also is hanging in there on P2, and I think he has I think he's in pretty good shape on the last bit, coming into the last pit stop. So
Okay. So, AAA is currently in a VTS sandwich between Jezza McClintock and Marcus Bletz. And behind them, we've got Tom Sluter, and then these two, which is Adam Wright and Chris Shaw. So Adam Wright, even though he's slipped back a number of places. Ooh.
yeah,
What are you doing, son?
he was trying to come into the pits, and someone went inside. So yeah,
Oh dear, painful.
he's coming to use the fast repair, fill the car, and go to the finish.
He'll have to use the fast repair now. Does he get a dangerous pit entry for that?
I don't know.
See, everybody's staying
brutal.
away from Clyde. What's he doing off the road? Ready to go to sleep?
Yeah. The car in the background there as well, going super wide. It looked like a result car. Probably Clyde messing with his triple monitors, and instead of he's probably turned his head and then realised that he's not in his VR set anymore. Oh, hang on. Stefan Goebel carefully rejoining. Why has he had to rejoin? This is the reason. He's gone straight on at Cunningham. Jamie Wilson's now caught Sammy Byte up as well, and he's brought Ben Cullen with him. Inset picture of Jamie Wilson at the minute, honing in on the back of Sammy's car. But Ben's looking fighty as well, so Jamie, does he defend or does he go for it? He's having to defend, or he will do when he gets to Sunset, because Ben's pulled alongside.
And after the start, like early of the race, crash on Adam Watson, he's already P12. And he has a fresh tires, so.
Yeah, it's a good recovery. He's making his way through the field as AAA rejoins. Ooh, right on the boot lid of Dan Giudici. And this is Roger Morton giving Adam Watson some. Well, I think Adam Watson's just passed Roger Morton, to be fair. Not going to get out like that twice.
Yeah, I think AAA had a penalty. His pit stop is really long. So
yeah, usually when you have to cross the white line to get into the pits, iRacing will give you a nice fat penalty. Where's AAA gone? Can we have cameras on AAA, please? Because that was just weird. Is that him back in pits?
Yeah, I think he parked it. He's a lap down.
Because he appears to just go straight on at one of these turns. Or maybe this turn here. So that's at the hairpin. And he's got out the way and reset the car. And he's left the session. That's a shame.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah, that is.
Kind of a bad break at the pit entry there.
Ralph Cunningham overtook Scott Malcolm.
Oh, right. He did. And that's going to be a good scalp to get, because Scott's no mug. This is it here. Or is this another piece? No, this is it, isn't it? So into sunset by a couple of car lengths after all the slipstreaming. So that work guard by result. BMW makes its way forward another position.
The way Scott exited from that looked like he was giving that up very begrudgingly as well.
Very much so, I would think. That puts Ralph Cullinan first in class in AM. Ty Simons, for information, has already pulled out a 7.5 second lead over Marco Loert at the front of the field.
Whoa!
That's John Redwine getting into
Jamie
the
Wilson,
back
right?
of Jamie Wilson, yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
I can't see Jamie's car at this point on my screen.
He's off. He's coming back on now. He's re-entering. Trying to figure out where the heck are they.
But John's waited for him.
Yeah, he did. Yep. Good move, John. Very well done.
Great sportsmanship from John. He's just.
I
think
tagged him. Yeah.
Yeah, his ambition was outweighed by his lack of talent on that occasion.
Yeah, I think just missed the brake marker and.
Yep.
Simple error to make, but it can be quite decisive in your own race and other people's. Whoever Jarasili is on the chat says they don't actually play this game, but it's more interesting to watch than the real F1 race. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So watch us every fortnight. That'd be great. In fact, watch us every week. We've got loads going on. Welcome to Wayne Sanderson, who says bad luck AAA. Absolutely.
By the way, before the broadcast, Marco and I were talking about the Formula One, and Marco's currently doing Formula One racing on iRacing, and he's looking for him to have a world championship, like they do on some of the other venues. And I said, Marco, if they do that, people will be watching that more than they will the real Formula One race. Trust me.
I think they will.
Absolutely.
I mean, this week's was more interesting because it was raining, but.
Sadly, I was a very big Formula One fan, but I was telling Marco I haven't watched it in about 3 or 4 years.
It's because, well, my own opinion is it's been the same for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it really has.
And Sam has voiced his opinion on the chat, which is similar as well.
Whoop! Oh, Carl Hardy tripped. Who was that? Clyde Whiting. Oh, baby.
Uh-oh. That's going to go down like a bucket of cold sick with Clyde, I think. He'll now have tyres that are made of liquid rubber.
He didn't hit anything, though, fortunately.
He didn't, but I think the damage given to him by the front of Carl Hardy's car will be sufficient. It doesn't look too distorted from there, but I know what the damage model on these cars is like. It'll be horrific. There's Larry DeLonge, tyres off and underneath one of somebody's car. So that was, oh dear.
And they came together at the end of it too.
Is that, oh, hang on. Whose car was that? Is that James's car?
I believe so,
Craig Cameron.
Oh, that's Craig Cameron, not James Underhill.
Wow.
Cheers, Sam. I mean, that was a big hit. That's all because he got 2 tyres onto the grass on the left-hand side there.
Wow.
David Ayres and Carl Hardy, teammates sharing the same bit of track.
Yeah, maybe they need another safety car to calm down just a bit. Because this fuel last lap have been a bit...
It's been carnage, hasn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
What do you guys call it over there? RG-bargy, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the moves have been so like half-assed, so it's like that's the reason. Like you need to commit or just don't do it at all.
Yeah, definitely.
We still have about 25 minutes to go, so it's not like it's ending next lap.
No, but some of these guys are driving like it is gonna.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, Scott Malcolm under quite a lot of pressure now from Jezza McClintock and Marcus Bletz, who's no longer got a smashed up car because he's used his fast repair to repair it. And just at the front of this queue is Ralph Cullinan. Ahead of Ralph Cullinan is 3 seconds worth of air to Marco Loert, and then a further 10
Oh,
seconds.
goodness.
Ooh,
Somebody just went in a
who's
barricade
that?
coming on to Ullman.
Hang on a minute, have we lost a car here?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was Ralph
yeah,
Cullinan.
That was
kinda-
Ralph Cullinan.
Kind of dumped off.
No,
the
that
back.
was Scott Malcolm.
Whoa, baby.
Smashed his car into the tyre wall there.
That was a big hit.
Yeah, definitely. He's lost it on his own.
Yeah, he went off the side there a little bit on the exit.
Yeah, it's kind of easily done there. Usually if I crash around here, that is where I crash.
Well, and you're accelerating very hard there too, and if you do that, you got no chance of recovering.
Yeah.
Except if you're somebody like Marco Numella, who's like an alien, he can recover okay.
Yeah. Another car going in there. It's GT Amiga car. Good evening, Stacey. Welcome to the Sebring GT3 Parts Emporium. There's plenty of them lying around the edges of the track tonight.
Now, is this Yellow Stacy or somebody else?
This is Yellow Stacey, yep.
Okay.
It's gonna be actually interesting on the pit stops because I think like Adam Watson, who's P8 now, has a couple of seconds of more fuel now, so he has a couple of seconds shorter pit stop than the guys ahead. So how far can he climb with that fast repair?
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. For whatever reason, Ben Cullen is setting fastest sector times of anyone at the moment.
He also has fresh tires.
Ah, well, that'll be part of it then. Very slow moving VTS car there.
Chris Shaw putting the move. That's Marcus Bletz.
It was Marcus Bletz. He was going a lot slower than I'd expect him to be going. And that puts Chris Shaw into third. So your top five at the moment in Pro are Tice Simons, Marco Loert, Chris Shaw, Marcus Bletz, and Adam Watson as featured back into the top five. What we got going on here with Clyde? Not much.
Nothing, just showing his presence.
All right, yeah,
That's all.
he is still
Just showing you.
circulating, yeah.
Showing you they actually made it around a corner.
Yeah. And then, oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think Marco Levert is bidding soon. He should be running out of fuel soon.
Yeah, I think we just had a couple go in there, didn't we?
There's been a few shuffles going on. In AM, our top 5 are Ralph Cullinan, who you are watching on screen right now, and Jezza McClintock, who's the car immediately behind him, and Adam Wright, who is the car immediately behind him. So the battle for the top of AM class is red hot right now. And then 4th is Roger Morton, a bit further back down the road, and then the ever fast charging Ben Cullen rounds out your top 5.
Yeah, Ralph Cullinan's had one whale of a race. He's done really well in this so far.
He's doing fantastically well, to be honest. I'm not sure what we're watching right now.
That's Scott Malcolm. I keep trying to call him Maxwell.
Marco Levert in, and Ralph Cullinan in.
Okay.
So some oversteer there for Scott Malcolm as he spins. Stacey's trying to get Wayne to race tonight because he drives with the yellow livery. Not because he's a good racer or anything, but just because he drives in the yellow liveried car. That's a strange line through there from Baz Sluter, but
it looked like he was going to come in the pits to me, but
it did to me as well. Yeah, I think it probably set Jamie Wilson off somewhat. Jamie's going around the outside of him on that turn, and does it in style. Watching his inset picture there. See, he's got yellow wing mirrors. I mean, surely that's enough for Stacey, right?
Jamie Wilson does some of the best in-car videos, and he always puts them up on. Oh, that was Carl Hardy bashing into the bridge abutment, I think, just then.
All right.
Here he comes now. Or maybe he got helped, I don't know.
No, he was on his own. He got a massive wriggle on.
Oh, he got the tire wall instead.
Yeah. At least he didn't hit the concrete bit, but that's rearranged the front of his car, that's for sure.
And not going to help it.
Yeah, I think that's what Clyde was trying to do when we interviewed him under the safety car.
Right.
I'm glad I saw that, Marco. That was hilarious. I didn't want to say anything. I'm glad you did. That was pretty funny.
So this is Adam Watson piling the pressure on Jezza McClintock. This isn't for class honours, so Jezza's not going to fight it too much. However, right behind him now is Adam Wright. So this is for first in class of AM. And now we've got quite a few people pitting through the field, I think.
That says Ben Cullen, but it sure looks like Princess Pete to me, but oh well.
Yeah.
Barry Van Engelhoven. God. Barry, I'm sorry. I'm a simple guy. There's too many syllables for me to pronounce.
For some reason I thought they were coming together then, because that was so
Looked
close.
like it. Looked like it, yeah.
I thought David Ayres was going to get absolutely mullered by Barry Van Engelhoven, but he didn't. But right behind them is Craig Cameron. Again, not in their class, but still wanting the positions on track.
And
then Jamie Wilson, yeah. With his face full of the back of that GT Amiga Mercedes-Benz with the slightly bent rear wing.
That's what.
Oh! You don't normally get cars going too wide into this section for that reason.
A tough place to pass. Wow.
It is.
Marcus Blitz should be coming in this lap.
Right, so Marco Lewert did pit just after you said, I think,
Yeah.
Marco.
Yep. And he's now on P17.
He is, but it'll all flush out for him at some point, won't it?
I think Marco kind of mentioned that too. I think you mentioned he'd be down around 17th, I believe.
He did, yeah.
And he will gain a few spots now when the pit stops start, but it's gonna be really late. People can run the tanks dry.
Whoa! Jamie got into the back of Craig Cameron.
Yeah, there was a couple of little nudges there, little love taps along the way. And that one was just enough to turn that Mercedes of Craig Cameron. Here we go again. It was more than a love tap, wasn't it? That was quite forceful, actually. It looked worse on the replay than it did in normal time.
Yeah, it did.
I didn't expect this many incidents at Sebring. It's not usually a track that attracts too many crashes.
Been a little dodgy.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people disappearing off into barriers on their own as well.
Must be Clyde's fault.
I think so.
Yeah, and also you can. The brake markers are so different. Like there is different kind of driving lines and styles going through the corners, and brake markers also there is like. If you miss the first one, the second one looks similar to what you have on the first one, so you can miss the brake markers that way too.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you the angle you're looking at, you're not sure if there's 3 or 4 or 2 there.
Now, given that Jamie did touch Craig Cameron's rear end, talking with his car, the front of his Ferrari doesn't look at all affected.
Well, I don't know. It didn't look like a real hard hit to me, but you might be right, Pete. I don't know. It just...
Well, it might have been netcode. It was hard to tell from the angle that we were viewing it at.
And it was a small kiss.
It was, yeah, but it had quite a dramatic reaction to that Mercedes, didn't it?
I almost wondered if they kind of got backed up in front. There were 2 or 3 cars ahead of him there, and I wonder if he broke a little too much and Jamie got into him, because Jamie's usually not one to do that on purpose by any means.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, and you lose the car really easily. If you're on brakes and someone nudges you, you lose the car. Yeah.
So we've got a few scheduled pit stops happening now, just as Marco called it. Sorry, I'm reading the name. Marcus.
Adam writes in as well.
Yeah. Stacey says, "Can we see Clyde's car?"
There it is.
Well, there you go. I was going to say not until he does something exciting, which probably means never, unless he's going to crash. But here he is, making his way out of the hairpin. He's currently in 29th. And he's 19th in class at the moment. He's had a couple of coming togethers with other people. I'm going to run through the field as it is now in the middle of a pit window, because we've only got a quarter of an hour left. So I'm going to get it done now, and then when everybody's done with their pit stops, we'll do it again. So in pro, your leader still is Tice Simons. Is he pitted now? I think he must have done. Oh dear.
I think he has one more pit stop.
Right, well that was David Ayres getting nerfed out of the way by somebody.
Wow.
Who was that? Oh, that was a massive netcode. Did you see that? There was 2 feet between those 2 cars.
Who was the other car? Is that Clyde?
Adam. No,
Adam
Wright.
Okay.
I'm going to abandon going through the field as soon as other stuff is happening.
I think everyone who bidded on under the safety car, they have a couple laps of fuel left, so they will need like splash and dash.
Now,
sorry, go on.
Who was the jet that stayed out at the first? What was his name again? Who was that?
Anthony Jacobson.
It was,
That's right.
yeah.
He's already 10 positions up from what he ended up after that pit stop, so it's paying off every time someone pits.
I'm just wondering after this pit stop how he's going to shake out here.
Well, he can run to the end in theory, right?
Yeah, I think he should be able to run to the end, but not 100% sure.
Now, the guys that are stopping now should be able to run to the end, too, because we don't have much time left, correct?
Yeah.
Get the brake discs lit up on those cars.
Yeah.
Showing the stress that they're under. Look, flashing lights from Stefan Goebel. You'd have me brake checking him if he was doing that to me.
Yeah, but a casual walk through the pits with a pair of wire cutters, that would end that day.
That'll solve it, yeah.
I'm like you, Pete. I'm not real crazy for that.
Nah. I'm just glad they don't have car horns. Stacey
Adam,
says
what?
she's... Sorry, go on.
Adam Watson is P2 already.
Hang on, I need to scroll up. There we go.
He
Oh, yeah.
sure is. Wow.
This is...
Yeah, I showed the replay of Adam going by Chris at the last sunset corner.
Oh.
Yeah, Chris had a moment, he lost a bit the rear, and Adam took the opportunity to pass him.
Now, Chris didn't necessarily take tyres in his stop, did he? But we know Adam did. Because it was commented on at the time. Oh. Right then, our race leader has entered pit lane. And you would think that there were other cars due in at this point. In fact, as we speak, here we go.
There you go.
Tom Sluter also in.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a train.
Ben Cullen in. This is going to be most of the field dropping into pit lane.
Follow the parade, Jacob.
Yeah, we've got 12 minutes of racing to go, or just under. So this final pit stop is pivotal for a lot of these drivers. There's a lot of bent up rear wings knocking about around here.
Thank you, Silverstone, for the model.
Yeah.
Marcus Blut's got the hammer down right now, I'll tell you.
So Chris Shaw's come out in front of Adam Watson. Adam's not going to be best pleased about that. But I doubt either of them have taken tyres, because they wouldn't get that time back, would they? So that means that Adam Watson is on better tyres than Chris, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think this is gonna be a good battle.
I think so as well, and we've only got 10 minutes to go. Not that many laps, really. 5 laps, probably. Good being on board here. Sorry, go on, Marco.
Yeah, sprint to the finish, so...
It really is as well. Splash and dash and then get going, so... Oh, I hate it when people hit that inside curve, because it just fires you across the corner there at Tower.
It certainly does.
Staying quiet while we get round this lap with Adam Watson here, chasing down Chris Shaw. Ty Simons, for your information, is 17 seconds further down the track from these two.
I'm telling you, he's amazing.
That door shut very quickly,
Whoa,
but this
look
one
at this.
is wide
big.
open.
Wow.
That was cleverly engineered there from Adam Watson. It really was. Ooh, twitchy from Chris Shaw.
He's trying like gangbusters to get that thing going.
Yep. So Adam sacrificed the entry to that corner in order to get a better exit, and it worked beautifully for him.
Certainly did.
Now we switch roles and watch Chris Shaw, see if his car's as smooth as Adam's was. Won't be through these corners, I don't think, because the Audi is more planted through the corners, just doesn't have the straight line speed that the Ferrari has.
The little driving I've done, it seems like the Audi really corners well.
Yeah, it's got a real centre of gravity to it, which means you don't slide out of corners so easily.
And when you're a ham and egger like me, it feels nice and in control too.
Yeah, as soon as you said about all the not sliding out of the corners, Adam makes a mistake on the hairpin.
I saw that the hairpin, yeah. He could see the the apex through a set of binoculars. he takes a lot of curb on Tower, doesn't he?
You must have the damper set pretty well because it doesn't seem to bounce or it comes right back down nice and stable.
Now, you think this would be where he would reel in that Audi, but it doesn't look like he's gaining on him very much.
Here comes a bonsai. No, maybe not.
No, he's too far back at the minute. He needs to get much closer than that in order to make a move. And that might be third place for Chris Shaw.
What do we got, about 5 minutes left, roughly?
Yeah. And what have we got going on here? This looks like Jamie Wilson fighting with Scott Malcolm again.
It is.
So, working our way down the field at the minute. Well, we'll go to the AM class, actually, because Jezza McClintock and Adam Wright are still together.
Look at wow. That's still Jamie Wilson and Scott Malcolm.
Yeah, this isn't for... this is for track position, but it's not for class position. They're in different classes. Oh dear. Oh, that's Luke Lesage going backwards into the wall there. I don't know whether he was helped. The two GT Amiga Mercedes-Benz
You know
together.
that the V8 was yesterday or Friday even, not today.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's not Luke Lesage.
Oh, is it not?
He's
Oh,
not
Luke
racing.
Lejovic. Sorry. Wrong race. Professional as always.
Jamie looking outside.
He's crawling all over the back
look
of
at
the
that. Wow.
car.
Maybe.
I'm sure in some way, in a way that neither of them can see right now, they're both enjoying this little battle. I mean, given the fact that has Scott raced in this before with us? He hasn't, has he?
No.
He's done remarkably well to be where he is.
I don't think it's his first time in a GT3 though, Pete. But with
No.
us, not, yeah.
He's doing better than his teammate anyway.
He certainly is.
Yeah.
His teammate. Just a minute while I scroll for 10 minutes. Still scrolling. Yeah, Clyde's still in there somewhere. There he is.
He's battling.
He's battling, but again, not for a class position. This is for on track with Martin Verschluven.
I don't think the commentators have own class. Like,
Well put. We don't have any class. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, no class here at all.
That's right. And if anybody's thinking that, get that out of your brain right now. Okay, what do we got here?
So these are the two GT Amiga Mercedes-Benz.
Oh,
They're in different classes, but they're
James
on the
Underhill and
same. Craig Cameron.
Craig Cameron, right?
Yep. So 4 minutes of racing remain. There's still quite a lot of cars on the lead lap, mind. All the way back to Larry DeLonge. So there's only 3, 6, 9, 10, 10 cars one lap down at the minute.
Luca
nice
Levekic.
move.
Not
Yeah,
Larry
that was a
Ludwig.
good move. Should we point out to him later that he got overtaken by a damaged Ferrari?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Martin Van Schluven is usually a lot higher than that. He's had quite an adventure today.
Yeah, he's very much south of where he would normally finish.
For sure. Clyde Whiting's actually a little ahead of what I thought he would be.
Yeah, about 12 places ahead of where I thought.
At least.
Oh, thought that was Chris Shaw going wild. Then it was just a bit puff of tyre smoke from Adam Watson's car, I think.
Well, the distance between these two people have kind of stabilized a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, Chris Shaw just caught up to Adam Wright again.
Did he? Huh.
So this might not be over, and there's only going to be about 2 laps of this left for these guys now.
Sammy Bytorp's in the pits. I don't know if something happened to him or so's Roy Verveka.
Yeah, and Martin Versluven also in the pits.
Wow.
Oh, something happened to Paul Robinson.
So I saw Paul Robinson look like he'd entered pit lane before, but then disappeared off my timing screen. So I think I agree with you, but I don't know what it is that's happened to him.
I think he stopped on track.
Right. Not there now, because we've tried to find him. This is Marco Loert, who's slowly making his way back through again.
And he's got Ben Cullen in front of him.
Yep,
Yeah,
again, not for class though.
Yeah, I think Ben Cullen overtook him.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Marco. I'm glad I have only one guy that follow the race.
We admit it.
Yeah, Ben just overtook.
So this little gathering here, some of it is for class position. Although now we're on to Jamie Wilson, who I think has just overtaken Jacob LeBron.
What's that? Scott Malcolm's parked on the side of the road.
That's near where he banged his car off the wall earlier. Now, why would he be parked
Flashing
up
his lights.
there?
Wonder if he ran out of gas or something.
Yeah, I think so too.
Would have to be in car to hear it coughing if that was the case.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the end of the race, guys.
No, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it is.
So here we go. Ty Simon surprised us all, being so far ahead,
Wow.
and wins by only 18 seconds.
Dominating performance. That was well done.
If you come
Adam
back
Watson coming through Sunset.
Yeah, if you come back after your cup of tea, you can see Adam Watson come in second, and Chris Shaw will follow him home in third. And then we get into the guys fighting it out for
Maya McClintock and Adam Wright.
yep,
Fourth
for
and
the
fifth,
AM class.
respectively. Yep. Well done, guys. That was a close finish for those guys.
Congratulations to Jeremiah and to Adam Wright being first and second in that class.
Most definitely.
Marcus Bletz comes home in fourth, and Tom Sluter in fifth for the pro license cars.
Good finish for Marcus Bletz. Oh my goodness.
What happened to John Redwine's car?
Whoa.
I think he's still racing.
Yep, there he is.
In that buggy that used to be a BMW.
Now it looks like a Citroen CV2 or something.
Yeah, he's in 23rd at the minute, so
Ah,
he's not
boy,
yet
that's
across
a
the
good
line.
one.
Paul Robinson lost power in the race.
I wonder if it means electrical power or something.
Not
Maybe.
sure. Maybe if we get to speak to him, or he can put it in the chat what type of power he's missing.
Here comes Clyde Whiting, going to finish in 22nd because a lot of other people broke down, but good finish.
Yeah. Someone needs to screen dump this just so that he can prove at some point in the future he did finish a race.
Sammy Vitorp,
Yeah.
25th place. Uh-oh.
I think these guys are done. I think these guys are already finished.
Oh, okay.
This is the result clothing formation where they're
No,
bumping each other around.
Anthony
the track.
Jacobson is out of fuel.
Oh, he's out of
Yeah, he's out of fuel, surely. And the other result guy are going to push him.
Now, that's our man that was trying to make it on one stop, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
He's way short, too. Look at where he is. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it's only one lap, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Down by Cunningham. Woo. It's a long push from there.
Nice view.
There's the inside of his car from the nose
Oh, there's
cam.
his engine.
Oh, no, that's the rear look, isn't it? Yep, so they're going to get him back one way or the other. This is good to see. What we need is everybody in a massive train of cars pushing Anthony Jacobson home.
Well, it was an interesting try, like Marco said before. That's pretty interesting to do that.
Yeah, I think the race just it was just one lap too early. The safety car.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you,
it's fine margins, isn't it?
Yeah,
Did you see Scott Malcolm, what he just said?
He said something about his excessive light flashing a punishable offence or something.
If it's not, it should be.
I was just going to say exactly the same thing.
I don't know what you get so heated about the lights flashing.
I just find it unnecessarily distracting and people trying to gain an advantage. If it's coming up on a lapped car and you want to tell them I am coming through now, then fair enough. But when you're on the same lap and you're 2.5 seconds behind and you're flashing your lights, it's just annoying.
Or,
So-
another usage could be like somebody trying to re-enter or something and you're coming along, just warn them you're there, or something, but not constant, trying to throw the guy off with it. I got a problem with that.
You do that with your car, not with your headlights. But anyway,
That's true.
that was a race that was interesting for reasons I didn't expect. There was a lot of individual incidents and some bumping and smashing going on around the place, but there was also some fantastic overtakes done. What are your thoughts on the race before we get to the interviews, Bill?
It was a little cheeky at times, but it was certainly an exciting race. It was from start to finish. They were doing qualifying laps. Everybody trying really hard, sometimes too hard, but it really turned out great. This series has turned into something special as far as I'm concerned. It really is great. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Jacobson finally finishes with the help of his teammates, so that's a fantastic thing to see.
Now he did flashy lights for that. That's fine.
That's fine. And then crazy wheel spinning and donuts for the others. And Marco, your play on things for this race?
Yeah, it was an interesting race. The safety car was like perfectly placed, let's say, like that. It made the one stop impossible, but created a lot of different kind of fuel tactics. So yeah, that was interesting.
Right, well, we've got some guys queuing up already for interviews, as you'd probably expect. But we'll nip through this field. I don't know how I'm going to do this necessarily, but never mind. So your race winner and winner of the pro class was Tice Simons for Paceworks Esports. Adam Watson finished second for Paceworks Esports Black. Chris Shaw finished third for Ascari Autosport, I should say. Marcus Bletz finished fourth in the pro class for VTS Germany Black. And Tom Sluter finished fifth for the pro license for Dutchies Gaming. Not pro license, pro class. And then for the AMs, Jezza McClintock won the class for VTS USA Black. Adam Wright, congratulations to him for BSTV Esports. He's not going to join us. He's had to rush for whatever reason. And he thanks Jeremiah for a great race and Ben Cullen for the setup. Ben Cullen finishes third for Northern Lights Racing Scuderia Haggis. And where am I? Yep, fourth is Roger Morton for Safeguard by Result, and fifth is Ralph Cullinan for Work Guard by Result. Should we run through the whole field or leave it at the top fives?
I don't know.
Thanks for the
It's gone.
determined. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. We shall start with our race winner in the interview booth. So if I can make this work without absolutely embarrassing myself stupidly, we should be speaking to Tice Simons. Tice, a fantastic and very dominant race win tonight.
Yeah, cheers.
Congratulations. How did you find the race in general? Because you managed to fundamentally avoid the vast majority of the incidents that were going on behind you.
Yeah, I saw him at the beginning. I had Adam Watson, my teammate, behind me, of course, and he put on a good fight, so that was really enjoyable. Until the point I was watching my rear mirror and I saw a blue Audi spinning. And yeah, but he still got P2, so that's an awesome recovery drive from him, so massive GG. But other than that, I didn't experience or see any other crashes or anything, so it was a clean race for me.
Really was. And how much did the safety car upset your race strategy, or didn't it?
Not really, actually, because I was already about to pit. I had like 2 more laps of fuel when it came out, and yeah, then the pit window went open, and I dove in straight away because otherwise I could have done 1 more lap on that tank. So I had to pit either way, and I was thinking about taking tires, but my lap tires were not dropping that much, and all the other cars were not doing any tires as well. So I just kept on going and kept my pace, and that I think that made me help the race.
And you won by a hugely dominant 18 seconds. I mean, round Sebring, that's impressive at the best of times. But is this a track that you race like regularly and know very, very well?
Well, to be honest, this is actually the first track I got on iRacing, so I have done quite a few laps here. But I must also be I don't know how to say it, but I usually drive this in a prototype car. In the HPD, I tend to do really well here. So I've not driven a GT car here often, but yeah, it turned out okay, I think.
It turned out fantastically well from my perspective. We have to remind ourselves that you were still in the race at certain points because there was so much activity going on further back in the pack that we didn't show you for large tracts of time. But you did get quite a lot of footage in the end. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go and celebrate?
Yeah, my team, of course, for providing a good setup again. My teammates and especially Adam for having a good fun battle at the beginning and pushing each other during practice, etc. The sponsors, we have Cracked Coffee, we have Josh Thompson, we have A Priori. Yeah, that's it actually.
We haven't received our free crack coffee yet, Ty.
It's on the way.
I think it's missing in the post.
It's going per boat, so it might take a while.
Let me tell you, you did a fantastic job out there. Really brilliant. Great performance by you, man.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much. Race winner, Tice Simons. There we go. Found out how to do it. Self-education is brilliant, isn't it? Do you want to do some interviews, Bill, or are you gonna?
No, I'm gonna. You're doing a great job. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to do any, Marco?
No.
How about you, Sam?
That silence tells you everything, I'm pretty sure.
I have no mic.
You have no.
Yeah, I leave them to you, Pete.
He's got a very loud voice, a very loud voice. So hopefully, if this works, we'll be speaking to our second place finisher, Adam Watson. Good evening, Adam.
Hello.
Hello. So, you were right up there with your teammate Ty Simons for a number of laps at the beginning and put loads of pressure on him. And then on your own, you kind of lost control of the car and ended up spinning out and losing a number of positions.
Yeah, so on Sebring, there's a wall that juts out a bit. And I think my car netcoded with the wall and destroyed the whole of the rear suspension.
Right. Is this the one start finish straight, or is this the other one?
Start finish straight.
Start finish straight, because you had an off before that, I think, didn't you? Because that wasn't the one I was thinking of. You had a little spin first, which put you back into the clutches of AAA.
Oh yeah, I just ran wide and then was half spinning.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to stay out the wall.
Yeah, the one that you're describing, that looked violent, and I've not seen anybody do that one before.
Adam, was that the one? Adam, was that the one that your car actually climbed up on the wall?
Yes.
That was wild. I've never seen anything like that.
There's a part of the wall that sticks out, which there's been cases on iRacing where it kills cars.
And you were lucky enough it got you, huh? Hey, you came back and finished second. Not bad.
Yeah, just took the fast repair when I towed, and then safety car helped me more than anything else.
Yeah, because that'd bring the field back to you, wouldn't it? So you probably benefited from that hugely, actually. Any other standout moments other than taking the lead for a time?
Probably, the battle with Tees, but also just try and get back through. Like, I was in chat with some of my teammates, I was like, I think for a top 15, and then 15th came, and I was like, 10? Okay, I'll go for 10.
Yeah, there was a lot of fighting going on, which resulted in a lot of people taking damage and things like that. And I know one person ran out of fuel at the end, but wouldn't have been a threat to you at the point of the race where you were. Any other standout moments other than absolutely mullering your car on the start-finish straight wall?
I'm kind of hoping to forget that one. That's the aim, to forget that one.
So it's good that we've not immortalized it on film then, yeah?
I got one standout moment. It was not that we have anything against BMWs or any of the other brands, but it was nice to see an Audi up with BMWs for a change. That was nice.
Yeah, the Audi seems to be not as quick as the Beamer, which I think there's only me and Jonathan now in the Audis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's a fantastic car. But yeah, anyway, anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go?
Just everyone from Facebook Esports and everyone by you guys for doing the stream.
Excellent stuff. And thank you for a very entertaining evening. And we hope to see you at Spa. Is Spa a track that you particularly like?
When I did the World GT Championship, Spa was decent for me. So hopefully I can continue the same from today onwards to that one as well.
Okay, everybody put a $5 on Adam Watson to win at Spa. Right, thank you very much. Our second place finisher, Adam Watson.
Thank you.
Did that one much more efficiently. Who's next in the queue? Who shall we bring in? We'll bring in Marcus Bletz, hopefully. So this should bring in Marcus Bletz to the booth. Good evening, Marcus. How are you doing?
Good evening. Good.
Ah, he is there. Right, excellent. Fourth in class today. A fantastic performance. You drove a lot of the first stint with a smashed front end and a smashed rear end. How did that handle for you?
Actually quite good. So I was a bit unhappy with the first stint because I was crashed out by Marco. So I guess it's our revival of the Le Mans accident in the V8 Supercup.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy.
Hey, fine talk.
But I still guess I did better than without the accident because I was in a rage and was doing good lap times even with the damaged car. And then I had the right pit stop strategy to go in before the safety car, get my fast repair, and after that I was quite good again.
Marco Namela was saying how beneficial that safety car would be for you, and it certainly put you back with the front runners again. In a fixed car, did you take tyres or did you not manage to take tyres in your stop?
No, I didn't take tires. I was trying out if the fast repair gives me new tires. Now I know that it doesn't.
Right.
but-
No, it
but-
doesn't
but-
do that.
But it was still okay. The front tires were a bit worn out at the very end, but yeah, like somebody said, it's no option to change tires in this car.
Right. No, because you don't get the time back, do you? At any point in the race, the time it takes to change the tires, because it doesn't do the fuel and the tires at the same time. I don't think, anyway. Any other standout moments for you?
Yes, I have to apologize to AAA. He was running wide in the last turn, just instead of the finish line. I think he was going to pit, and I saw in your broadcast that he had another accident after that. But he was running wide. I was trying to overtake him on the inside. Was running wide as well, and we touched. So apologies to AAA there.
Right. Yeah, there was a couple of shenanigans going on with AAA and his attempts to get the car pitted. And I think he got a penalty for an unsafe pit entry at the same time. I'm not saying that was anything to do with you, because I think it was another car that was currently stopping him from pitting at that point. So either way, 4th place in class and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th overall is a fantastic finish for you. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, my whole team, and for sure you guys for the broadcast again. It will be worthwhile watching it now.
Definitely. There was no end of incidents and accidents and all sorts going on, so you didn't see it all from the cockpit, I can assure you that. So thank you very much, our 4th place pro finisher tonight, Marcus Bletz.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Right, that's another one flushed. Who's next?
You're really good at that, Pete.
I'm getting better, it has to be said. I've lost track of who's in which class at the minute.
Jeremiah McClintock was the winner of AM, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I will do, because Marco Lewert's got his microphone muted at the moment. So where's Jason McClintock? There he is. So we'll move Jeremiah into the interview booth, and hopefully he's got a copy. Jeremiah, are you there?
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
Oh, it's going very well from our perspective. What an exciting and eventful race. And you were in the thick of it a lot. Tell us about your race from your perspective.
Oh, man, that was quite an intense race. I mean, from my perspective, it was really just keep my head down and charge as hard as I could. I mean, the previous races I've been doing all this fuel strategy or trying to, save tires, fuel, anything along those lines, and it's never worked. So changed my methods and just kind of go as hard as I could the whole time. So seemed to work out. The restart was a little crazy and the seas parted in a lot of ways for me, but got really lucky, I'd say.
I don't think luck played into anybody's race in this one, because there was a lot of incidents going on. This has played very well into your hands in terms of the championship as well, because Kevin De Winter wasn't able to partake tonight because of a self-inflicted wrong choice of car incident as he joined initially, and then it obviously doesn't let you change your vehicle, and therefore he couldn't participate. So you'll be hauling quite a large proportion of points tonight, won't you, on him?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I haven't really looked at the championship, to be honest. I know Adam's still up there, Ben's still up there, so it's still anybody's race at this point.
I'm gonna have a little snoop on your behalf. So
Jeremiah, I got to tell you, there's no luck involved. You drove an excellent race. I'll tell you, most of the races you've been up there are very competitive. A couple times you kind of pitted at the wrong time, or whatever, and kind of got taken away from being near the front. And you made no mistake tonight. As a matter of fact, we were talking about it's kind of interesting. You mentioned that you were held the bell the whole time out there, and we were talking about, like, I'm an old guy, so in the old days when you had endurance races like this, you always kind of saved everything. Saved your car. You were, I got 2 hours to complete this and all this. Now today, every lap is like a qualifying lap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, and especially, man, at the beginning there between Adam and Ben, I mean, we had the pressure going the whole way. After, I made one little mistake in the second half of the race, and Adam was on my bumper the whole go. So
yep,
I couldn't back off at all.
Exactly. Well, you did a great job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, brilliant result. I think you'll end up staying about 4th, which is where you are now, because there's like 200 points between you and 3rd place.
Yeah, I missed one race, and my mishap last weekend or 2 weeks ago was pretty poor, but we'll see. We still got 6 more races to go. So
we do, and the next time out is at Spa. Is that a track that you've raced at a lot?
I have. I actually do enjoy that track. That one should be fun. So we'll see.
Okay, well, a brilliant result tonight. First in class, 4th overall, which is impressive on its own. And a highly entertaining race. You managed to avoid a lot of the disastrous crashes that occurred around you. So congratulations on your first in class finish.
Awesome.
Anybody you'd like to thank?
I mean, you guys, my team, VTS. I think that's about it, man. Thanks for putting this on.
Not a problem. It's our pleasure. It really is. Thank you very much, Jeremiah McClintock. Gone. Should we surprise Clyde by bringing him in now?
Oh, all right.
Let him wait.
Yeah. We'll bring him in before we bring Ben Cullen in, because I want to see the controversial version of Clyde's interpretation of what happened at turn 1. Good evening, Clyde Whiting, for the 3rd time tonight.
Good evening.
So you made it to the end, which was amazing, from my opinion. You didn't bin it horrendously, which is also a surprise. You didn't bin it on turn 1, lap 1, but you did have an incident at turn 1 on lap 24. No, lap 21, wasn't it? Because we were saying that I'd still win the money.
Was that the Ben one?
That's the Ben one, yeah.
As I just said to Ben, I honestly thought I'd given him... I haven't looked at the replay, so I don't know exactly what happened, but from inside my car, I thought I'd given him loads of room. And then the next thing, we were spinning. So, yeah. And then I had I don't know if you caught it, I had a similar one with Anthony Jacobson as well.
No, we didn't see that. Or I didn't anyway, but
Right.
As Sam's been pointing out, I've missed loads of stuff tonight, so...
Right, okay. Yeah, that was, again, I've not looked back at it yet, but yeah, that was a weird one. We were sort of side by side and then we was off. But yeah, if it was my fault, I apologise. I've given Ben my list of excuses, so which included netcode and he was rubbish, and there was at least another 100 yards to the right of him that he could have used. So yeah.
Yeah, all the standard ones then.
Yeah.
So not a bad outing for your first VRA GTCC race. Anybody you want to thank before we let you stay in the booth and eat cake?
No, I've just finished eating cake.
Oh, have you? Right, okay.
Yeah, I've used cake to recover.
Right.
No, that was a really, really good race. Over the moon with where I finished, and probably more over the moon with the fact that I didn't bin it on my own anywhere. I did have a couple of moments, but yeah, on the whole, it was really good. And I believe I was probably the biggest mover, so that makes me the race winner, doesn't it?
No.
No.
Right, so you can stay there. And
I have something to say.
Oh, hang on then. Go on then. We've got Marco in the booth at the minute, but we'll introduce him shortly. So go on, Marco.
Yeah.
The other Marco. Oh
yeah,
my God.
Clyde
Marco.
Clyde was trying to like replicate my position. Like I got second and you got 20 seconds. So when Bill starts racing, he goes 220 seconds.
Well, yeah, probably. Probably.
I hope so.
I just wanted to start at the back and stay out of the way, and there was quite a bit of carnage, but I don't know. I was a Moses, it was parting in front of me. I was seeing it. I had Dan Giudici in the chat, and he was about 5-6 cars in front of me, and he was calling all the accidents out. So yeah, I managed to avoid everybody else's accidents. And just got in a couple of my own.
Well, you certainly got further than I thought you'd get. Anyway, welcome to the booth. Marco Lewert, now you've taken your mic off mute for the second time. How are you doing this evening?
I'm fine. I was a little bit shocked about the accident with Marcus.
Yeah, we were.
But I was looking in the result sheet, and I'm the only car with 0 incidents of the whole race.
Right, that's interesting then.
So it cannot. It must have been netcode.
It must have been. To be honest, we didn't see it from a position where we could see what the distance was between the cars, but no, it was a very exciting and profitable race for you, really, wasn't it? Because you ended up 6th in class. That's going to be quite a lot of points to haul in. You've moved up 2 positions from your start point. How did that safety car affect your race?
So it was. I knew that my pace was. Now it was okay, but it was not very good. So I decided to make an early pit stop, and hope for a safety car. And exactly that happened. And I was cheering the safety car. And then, yeah, but the restart was very strange. The guy in front of me, so I was in P2, and the guy in front of me overtook the safety car.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Did he get a penalty for that?
And yeah, but because of that, all the others came from behind because I hoped that there were some overlapped cars behind me, but they were gone. And I managed it so so it was okay. So Thais is far too fast for me. But then I took too much fuel. But at the end, it's a good result, and I'm happy.
You should be. I mean, that is given all the chaos that was going on around you, because you didn't get caught up in too much of it, but around you, everybody else was bumping and nudging each other.
And like I said, 0 incidents, so the car is like new.
Yeah, very impressive. And
you obviously didn't try hard enough.
And you obviously didn't you didn't get close enough to Clyde Whiting's car, because if you had, then you know the some sort of Doppler effect would have affected your car in such a way that you'd have crashed. Netcode, yeah.
I remember that I was behind Clyde once in the race, but I don't remember how this. I think I overtook him. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure you did. I'm just going to go with it because it's funnier if you say it like that.
At least he did not overtake me.
Well, there is that, yeah. The laws of physics haven't changed just yet. Okay, so anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go?
First, I thank you for the broadcast. I will enjoy this watching up now, and I thank my team. I think we are getting better and better as a team, and and we will try to improve further.
So anyway, and Spa is your next destination for this particular race class. Is that a track you know well?
Yes, and we drove the supercar there, if you remember. And I like the track, but I don't like the races there because it's all about Eau Rouge and how you come perhaps flat through Eau Rouge, or if not, you get an incident. So this is what I don't like at Spa.
Yeah, Spa is an incident magnet. It has to be said. There's one hiding in every corner. So I do hear that. But yeah, so we had a $5 on somebody else to win Spa before, didn't we? I don't remember who that was. Was that Marcus Bletz? I think it was.
Yeah, his teammate.
So might have to go each way with Marco Loert here.
Got to cover your bets, yeah.
Yeah, totally right. So anyway, fantastic race tonight, Marco, and 6th place in class. You've got to be happy with that. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. See you.
Right. Next, we're gonna bring in Mr. Benjamin Cullen. Hello, Ben. So, I've kept Clyde in here for a reason, and it's so that you two can argue about who was to blame for turn 1 gate. So
I would like to submit a protest now.
You're not allowed to. It's within 24 hours, so nope. So anyway, you finished. Where did you finish? 3rd in class. and what's that? That's like 8th overall, I think, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8th overall. A good result and a relatively clean car for the majority of that race.
Yeah, the only 2x I got was from a certain commentator.
Well, it wasn't. We're all in here. Oh no, you mean Clyde, right? Okay, yeah, got you. But you must have seen an awful lot of other incidents going on around you, because where you were on the track, people were bumping and banging and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what people did during that safety car because it was just mental for that first lap. It wasn't an endurance race; it was a 90-minute sprint race, to be honest. Especially at
Yeah, and we were all commenting on that same theme, actually. People were not approaching this in a patient manner. They were absolutely nailing every lap.
Yeah, I mean, even before that safety car, the first top, I don't know, what, 6 or 7 that were running in a train. I know Tice was way off and started to pull, but it was just a train of trying to make it sure every lap was right, because if you dropped it, then you would drop the person in front. And then after the safety car, it became interesting.
Yeah. Did you have any standout moments before we get to turn 1 gate?
Not really. It was just it was obviously a good battle at the start with Jeremiah and Adam, and then after the safety car, I took tyres. So then it was a case of trying to get through the field as fast as I could.
Okay, and then we come on to the hot topic of the moment, which is you entered turn 1 on the outside, and then what happened?
I think Clyde reached for a Toblerone and didn't turn his wheel.
Well, that's how Marco Namela called it, not with the Toblerone in hand, but
It was cake, wasn't it?
Cake, yeah. So are you two going to kiss and make up now, live on air or not?
It was Ben's fault. He had so much track to the right of him, there was no need to hit me.
Clyde,
Clyde,
you talk a big game about like how you can drive, so I just expected somebody of your age and experience to be able to hold the steering wheel to the left.
I've never said I can drive, mate. I'm probably the worst iRacer ever.
Well, I'm first-hand experience of that now. Thanks.
So this will improve your standings significantly, won't it? So you were before this race 20 points behind Kevin De Winter, and Winter did not come to Sebring. I don't know whether it ever does.
Winter doesn't come to Florida, does it?
No, I don't think so. So you may well now, depending on how many points Adam Wright managed to haul in, be either first or second. I can't work it out. My brain doesn't do that this time of night
Basically,
on a Sunday.
that turn 1 incident has cost me the lead in the championship.
I hope so.
Adam is what, I think 2 or 3 places in front of me, so it's 5 points a place. That's 15 points, maybe max, which will put him in front of me in the championship.
Well, you're only 7 points behind him at the start, so
Would that
probably
be
not.
Adam, my teammate that I've helped out?
It would be, yeah.
Do you want to know the insulting thing? Do you want to know the insulting thing? If you read the chat on friggin' YouTube, I gave Adam the idea of which setup to use, so I shot myself in the foot.
Twice.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, anybody you'd like to have a shout out to other than Clyde for your what was that, 8th place and 3rd in class?
Give a shout out to the Northern Lights Racing boys. It was good fun on the chat there. I don't know if you picked it up, but Craig Cameron is kind of like our Tice Simons from Spa. He just seemed to hit everybody on our team. So yeah, thanks a lot to them boys. It was good fun on the chat with them. To you guys putting on the broadcast and doing what you do, sitting there talking. Sam was very quiet today. I noticed he was very talkative on Friday. He was very quiet today, so I hope he's okay. Thanks to the drivers around. Obviously, the boys at the top, even of the AM and of the Pro. It's very quick and competitive there. There's not really a class difference between us, but it's good fun. And look forward to the remaining 6 rounds. Should be fun.
You've got Spa next, so you should look forward to getting a handful of incident points driving around there.
Maybe we'll see. I had a good result at Spa last time.
Let's hope that continues. Sorry, Bill, what were you going to say?
You know, Ben, I just wanted to comment. And your inset picture, you've changed your hairstyle, haven't you? I noticed.
Oh, see it. That was there on Friday, so I thought I'd leave it there for you to at least bask in the glory.
Really lovely.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got fantastically better looking. Anyway, so that's third in class. Ben Cullen, congratulations.
Cheers, guys.
Desperately trying to flush him. So yeah, that was an interesting and controversial one. And we always save the best for last.
Let's talk to somebody who knows something. Here we go.
Yeah, let's invite someone who knows about racing. So Jamie Wilson, welcome to the booth.
Hello. The one thing I do know is it was Clyde's fault.
That's what this race is going to be subtitled, isn't it? It was Clyde's fault. You had a very eventful race. We saw a few love taps with one of the Northern Lights cars. I can't remember which one it was. And then they speared off, and a few other door bangs along the way as well. It was a tough old race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like snakes and ladders. Make some progress, end up going backwards. Sometimes self-inflicted, sometimes not. But to be honest, great fun doing that. Out in position, back at the safety car field. That first couple of laps after the safety car came in were absolutely bonkers. It was good fun, actually.
They were so bonkers that Race Direction were considering throwing another safety car, believe it or not.
I did think that. A yellow flag came out at one of the corners, and I thought they've called another one, but it was just a local one.
Yeah, it was 50-50 as to whether another safety car was called. It was that close, because everyone was just like banging doors with each other and nerfing each other off the track at one point. But then it did calm down again. So where did you actually finish? You finished what's that? 7 and 4, 7, 8, 11th or 13th, is that? Yeah. But what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th in class, or 7th in class? 8th in class. Overall, which was a fantastic result, given the amount of cars in the field for a start. And the class of some of them. Ty Simons was just gone at the start of both races, if you want to term it as two. Yeah, I wish I could use SDK as well, Sam. Thanks for that message that's just popped up on my screen. Cheeky sod. Any other standout moments for yourself, Jamie?
Well, it's just all a blur now. It's difficult to separate them from just the mess. The one that was a bit unfortunate, I think I rear-ended Craig Cameron, who basically did an emergency stop while racing someone else, which was interesting. But I'm the one behind, so it's my fault. But it was really unfortunate the way it happened, because it was basically the tiniest little tap, and it was like I was a forklift. Just,
it
was weird.
We remember that one. I tell you, that was pretty wild. It looked like you hit him at about 100 miles an hour, for God's sake, the way the thing spun around.
Yeah, I was just in shock when it happened. It was just a little boop, and it was
I know. I mean, neither car had any damage at all. I said, how the heck did that happen?
Yeah, and then earlier on, I was on the receiving end of the same thing. I forget who it was now, but it's like my approach to these is just get stuck into it, elbows out. Whatever happens. It's a good laugh.
Right.
And so, I didn't mind it at all. The thing I was most upset about, with that notwithstanding, is just I said it at Silverstone, but like the pacing is a problem. People speeding up, slowing down. That needs addressing, because it's. I had to do about 5 or 6 emergency stops during all of that.
Yeah.
And the other highlight was just trying not to laugh really hard after Clyde took out Ben. I was in the perfect spot right behind it.
Have we got a new contender for the title of Bob? Blue on blue. He's not though, is he? You're in different teams this time. Yeah, that gets me. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go, Jamie?
You guys, as usual, always look forward to watching these back afterwards. I don't know how people do it during the race, like Ben. I did that once years ago and just crashed through pure distraction. I always look forward to watching it back.
We told him he probably.
You know,
We told him he could probably drive better if he didn't do that.
it's probably true. Honestly, I did it once years and years ago. When that must have been 2009 or something. It was so bad. I haven't done it since then. It just screws up my brain massively. And yeah, just the rest of the field as usual. All right, there was a bit of bonkers brigade going on, but it was, for the most part, all in jest. Good fun.
I'd agree with that. It was great fun. It was getting a bit tasty at times, but it certainly proved itself out for you. So congratulations on your 8th in class finish, and we'll see you at Spa.
Yep. Cheers, guys.
So that concludes all our interviews. Quite a lot of people wanting to chat and talk through their race, which is always brilliant to hear. We've had a great time on the chat as well, with people sending their comments and their observations and correcting me when I get things wrong. I don't necessarily need that. I've got 3 other people in the booth, plus Clyde, who can probably post messages to do that. So I thought that was a very entertaining race. It needs some work again on the racing standards from certain individuals. But ultimately, it was a fantastically riveting race. What are your thoughts on the race, Bill?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. At times, it was a little cheeky. Seemed like an awful big rush through the whole race, rather than an endurance-style pace. But Sebring brings out the best in everything, I think. It was exciting. It was fast. There was a lot of good moves. A couple, we had a couple nasty ones, but most of them were racing incidents, really, and or net codes. But it was absolutely excellent. Some of the people some of the finishers that were near the top are really beginning to come along, where the first couple races they weren't anywhere near where they finished, which is really a good thing to see. Again, they're basically good bunch of guys, no real, hard-ons over, stuff. And I just think it's really great. Best thing we got going right now, in my personal opinion. But hopefully we'll continue on to Spa and have another great race.
Yeah, it's a great league with some great drivers in it, and a great attitude towards driving as well. Marco, how would you sum up this race?
Yeah, I think people are saying it's a 90-minute sprint race. That sums up the race pretty well. I think it's the nature of the track that makes it also go that way. So yeah, I think it was a really good race, and yeah, it was enjoyable. So yeah.
It was certainly entertaining for me. And Sam, I didn't really engage with you much because you must have been pressing buttons for cameras all night.
Yeah, just to get Ben's. Don't worry, mate. I'm fine. I just had 20 people to deal with at the same time on the camera, so no worries. I'm fine, but yeah, too busy with the cameras. And it was an interesting race, strategy-wise, because the safety car was bring at the perfect time, I think. And I think Michael said it while we were racing. And we saw the result guy, I don't remember his name, Anthony Jacobson, I think, which tried the one stopper. It didn't pay off at the end because one lap too much. But yeah, overall great strategies and things. That was very enjoyable. If we put on the side all the dramas and Clyde drama as well.
Yeah, Anthony Jacobson trying to do it on a one stopper. That's great. That's what this is supposed to be about. People trying different strategies and going big with a particular strategy on their own. And it very nearly paid off for him. And it was great to see his teammates pushing him home. I think if it was Carl Hardy, they'd have driven past him. But and your opinions finally, Clyde, from inside the cockpit of the car that was in the race?
Well, from a driving point of view, obviously I wasn't quick enough to be involved in all the shenanigans up front, so I thought it was a fairly clean race. I can't really remember making many overtakes, if any. But then, that's where my lack of speed comes in. But I am one of these that finishes races, so I do tend to pick up places through other people's unfortunate accidents. So I'll watch the broadcast back tomorrow. Thanks to you guys for doing it and letting me race. Thanks to everybody on the chat. I'm sure I'm going to take some ribbing on there when I watch it back tomorrow. Stacey was my fan club tonight, I've been told. So thanks to my fan club. But yeah, I agree with everything that you guys have been said. There are some moments, shall we say, in this league, but generally the racing is very, very clean and respectful. Shit happens sometimes, as you see with me and Ben. I say no excuse from me. The screens thing was a real pain in the butt, but I genuinely thought Ben had enough space on the right. But that's racing. I suffered for it. I don't think he suffered as much as me. So we move on to Spa, and I might put 15 minutes practice in for Spa.
Don't do too much. It doesn't suit you. Go on, Bill.
I said, "Oh no, not 15 minutes."
Yeah. Oh dear. So headlines of the day is Ty Simons extends his lead in the pro category in fine fashion, and by 18 seconds, which is light years. It's been a great race to commentate on. I'm absolutely knackered now because I didn't know which screen to look at. SDK was doing all sorts of acrobatics and not helping me out at all. I think everybody else that was watching thoroughly enjoyed it. There was a lot going on the chat. So next time out, we're at Spa for this one in a fortnight's time. That'll be an exciting race. We have got a race on Wednesday, which is the GT4 TCR Challenge. I forget where we're at for that, so I'm just going to go and quickly have a look now. Where are we? Schedule. There we go. Where were we this week? We were there, weren't we? So we were at Alton Park next week. Oh, of course we are. So that should be an interesting race. Then on Friday, we are back with the V8 Strength of Field race, and then the Saturday, V8s again with the Race Tech Cup. V8 ESC's league, which we commentate on and bring to you for your entertainment. So don't miss out on any of that. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch, like us on here if you haven't already, because they all help our cause. And hopefully we will see you all again in the not too distant future. So if you've enjoyed it, I'm glad. If you didn't enjoy it too much, enjoy the next one because it'll be so much better. It's a lie, but it might be believed by some people. So I will now say goodnight and let everybody else say goodnight. So good night from me.
Okay, just wanted to thank everybody for coming out and enjoying this race. Congratulations to Ty Simons. He's like a machine right now, the way he's running that car out there. Also, congratulations to Jeremiah McClintock for winning the AM series. Did a brilliant job. And the courage of Clyde Whiting to get amongst real race drivers must have been very difficult, but hats off to him for doing that. And to my colleagues for helping us out. And like Pete said, it was a very tough race to follow. There's so many cars out there and so much happening, and I'm sure Sam will be sleeping well tonight. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming out, and looking forward to seeing you at the next one. Good night, everybody.
Good night, and thanks.
I'm amazed how you can talk that much, Marco. it seems like these GT3 races make you say 3 words instead of 1. That's great.
He's a man of few words.
Yeah, it shows you how amazing these races are. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we won't let Clyde say goodbye tonight because you made too many mistakes, and we will catch you on Wednesday for the GT40 here.